coverage of high school football being brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, Autoland Hyundai of Uniontown, Potter's Bar and Grill, McClure & Wolf Certified Public Accountants, David Bates, your local Allstate insurance agent, Jeff Dennis at Remax Select Realty, Montgomery Medical, Thurby's Riverside Ford Sales, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, the T-Berry Law Offices and attorney Vincent T-Berry, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, Reese Warehouse in Smithfield, Cherokee Recycling, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Chips Residential Services, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, the C. Harper Auto Group, Fulham's Full Service, All Around Fence Company, Patrick Mahoney for South Union Township Supervisor, Jared Billy for Uniontown City Council, Clayton Holmes of Bell Vernon, Ford of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, United Bank, Mauser's Tire Center, James Santilli for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians, M&R Transit, Gary's Auto Sales, Movement Physiotherapy, Farmana Pharmacy, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Uniontown, SWGI and U.S. Digestive Health, Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, Stewart Collision, Uniontown Detailing, Casey Sports Cafe, Target Safety Solutions, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, George Dental Associates, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Tucci Brothers Pizza, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Marcon Building Supplies, Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair, Watson Mundorf LLP, Bright Stripe Steel Coating and Line Striping, and by the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS.
From Mustang Field here at Laurel Highlands High School, it's time for high school football action here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live tonight as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs try to get out of their funk, hosting the Trinity Hillers, who are looking for a share, or at least a share, of their first conference title since 1986. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula tonight with Carl Childs behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of M&R Transit and Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair. And Tony, Laurel Highlands really in free fall mode at this point of the season since knocking off Ambridge on August 29th. The Mustangs have been mercy ruled in 6 consecutive losses and really playing for pride with 2 games left in the regular season.
And you're right, Brian, and we've said this all along throughout the whole season. A lot of injuries early on with the Mustangs, and it's just one of those things. They've had a tough time getting the offense to click at all and really haven't scored many points besides being, mercy ruled each game. But it's been one of those things where points are hard to come by for this Mustang offense.
And Trinity looking for at least a share of their first conference title since 1986. It's really been a special season for fourth-year head coach Dan Canals. Trinity has been red hot. They shocked Thomas Jefferson 2 weeks ago and won a showdown game with Chartiers Valley last week as both teams enter the game unbeaten in conference play.
Well, and that's the thing. They have an extremely potent offense, and that's really what's carrying them on. You've got Williamson at quarterback, who's a Harvard commit, and he's really running this offense exactly how the coach wants it to be. Yeah,
Williamson over 1,900 total yards so far this season. And what a great resurgence for this Hillers program. In 2023, they made the playoffs for the first time since 2017. Took it a step farther, knocking off North Catholic in the first round of the playoffs 49-0 before losing to McKeesport in the quarterfinals. Last year, the Hillers were down by Aloquippa in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. They have a realistic shot of one of the top seeds in the 4A playoff field this year if they run the table. Also, along with their game tonight here at Laurel Highlands, they'll travel to Bell Vernon next week, and they might have a shot here, Tony, making a run here in 2025.
Well, I definitely think they do, Brian. When you look at their stats, I mean, really, they can run and pass. Did a fantastic job against TJ, and as you mentioned, played Char Valley last week, and Char Valley was playing some pretty good football, and they actually destroyed that team. So it's going to be a tough uphill battle for the Mustangs here tonight.
And along with Jonah Williamson, we'll have our eyes on their tailback Owen Gardner, a 5'10", 202-pound junior who has 807 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns as well so far this season. Over the years, it's always been competitive when Laurel Highlands and Trinity get together, except for the last 2 years when the Hillers have really romped the Mustangs. Trinity winning at Trinity last year 38-3. The last time these two schools played here, 2 years ago, back in 2023, Trinity also won big, 38-7. We throw out those two meetings, Tony, and look back at the series history. We've had some really great games that have come right down to the wire.
Oh, and I can remember, Brian, especially when Rod Gallagher was here and also DeShields. It was one of those things where it was a back-and-forth game, and we saw a couple of really good games for about 3 or 4 years. But you're right. Right now, the Mustangs struggling, and it's going to be a tough chore here tonight.
We will hope for a close game tonight. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Aaron Raffle when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Chris Parker Jr., October is the month for tricks or treats.
No tricks here at Autoland Hyundai. It's all treats. Everyone who purchases a new Hyundai is treated to America's best warranty. Plus, sweet deals on our selection of remaining new 25, all with amazing incentives. Plus, 0% financing is back.
I'm listening.
The deals are sweet with 0% financing for 60 months on new 2025 Tucson all-wheel drive. And there's the 25 Santa Fe third-row SUV with 1.99% financing for 60 months or up to $4,500 bonus cash.
Payments are always important. How about a lease?
For economy and fuel efficiency, lease a remaining 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $199 per month. Just see us for details.
And every new Hyundai purchase includes Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprouse Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to Sprouseinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the Canada.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person, 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team RE/MAX Select Realty on Facebook today.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit WVUmedicine.org/heart.
And good evening, everybody, from Connellsville. We are here for the 86th meeting between Uniontown and Connellsville for the Old Coal Bucket here tonight on our WMBS YouTube page. I'm TJ DeStefano along with Josh Scully, and Billy Dice is behind the camera. And our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show is being brought to you by, or I should say our pregame show is being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Call 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Uniontown, they're 2-6 entering play tonight. They have lost 5 in a row, and on the other side, Connellsville is 1-7, and they have lost 7 in a row, Josh.
Should be an interesting matchup tonight, DJ. I'm looking forward to this. We really have a football environment here at Connellsville football field here, just along the railroad yard and near the Occoganey River, a nice, cool autumn evening. And this is a great environment. TJ, it's been a long time since I've been here for a high school football game, and this does feel like an event. We feel like we're really part of something special. It is homecoming in Connellsville, and as you pointed out, this is the Coal Bucket Trophy. You and I able to track down the trophy pregame. It took some work,
but we got
phone calls, but we got to see it. Uniontown has not claimed the Coal Bucket Trophy as their own since 2010, and over the last, let's say, 15 years worth of meetings, these teams have played 5 times since that 2010 matchup. Only one has really been close, TJ. That was 2017. Connellsville wins in Uniontown at Bill Power Stadium 46-33. Most of the other contests have not been especially close, including one in 2018 where Connellsville scored 64 points against the Red Raiders.
Yeah, so 2 struggling teams. Last year at Bill Power Stadium, the Falcons won 27-6. They've won the last 6 meetings, and they lead the series 40-36-9. That is the series record. And as Josh mentioned, the last Uniontown win was 14-0 back in 2010. And last year was the first meeting between the 2 schools since 2019. So again, Josh, 2 struggling teams tonight, just trying to find something on offense here because it's been a rough stretch for both of these teams.
I think it's fair to say, TJ, you make a very good point. Offensively, both teams have struggled. So the question becomes, and we talked about this with Bill prior to going on air tonight, will this be a shootout, or is it going to be a very low-scoring battle? Will this be a 7-6 contest, or is it going to see both teams open up and maybe we get a high-scoring game? TJ, I would actually like that. Tonight's a good night for a shootout.
I agree, and we will be bringing it to you on our WMBS YouTube page tonight. Kickoff is at 7. We'll come on the air around 6:30, 6:40 tonight, so make sure you join us. It is the 86th meeting between Uniontown and Connellsville with the Old Coal Bucket on the line. If you want to see some of the pictures that Josh and I mentioned, they are up on our WMBS Facebook page. So again, we will join you later tonight, and we will continue with more of our pregame show on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Prime Rosek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. High school football, Laurel Highlands hosting Trinity tonight. Final home game of the season, also senior day for the Laurel Highlands football team. Joining us now, the head coach of the Mustangs, Aaron Raffo. And Aaron, certainly a tough game last week against the Bell Vernon Leopards as your Mustangs dropped your 6th straight game.
Well, obviously, not the outcome we were looking for, and the injuries are killing us. We'll be, we get a couple guys back, and then we lose a couple more, and it's always key positions. So it's always hurting us.
How frustrating are some of those pre-snap penalties and some of those issues we've seen with the snap, especially early on last week?
Well, definitely frustrating. The issue that we were running into, we discovered our center was actually concussed. We didn't realize it until we went back and saw the film, saw when it happened. So we got him off and got him evaluated as quickly as we could. So that was, the beginning of that. But at the same time, we've got a lot of younger players that are in new roles, in most cases. So they're trying to adjust, making sure we get enough players on the field. We got a lot of things going on the sidelines at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't really get any easier this week at all against a Trinity team that can actually lock up a conference title for the first time since 1986 with a win over your Mustangs on Friday night. You look at their team and how much they've improved even from the start of the season. Certainly it's going to be a tall task on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. We've definitely had eyes on them, and they have absolutely gotten better from the first game that we saw of them. So it'll definitely be a challenge for us, but we're going to keep working, keep plugging away.
They really have a dynamic quarterback in Jonah Williamson.
Yes, absolutely. And we try every week to make sure we can try to keep them contained, and actually this week we'll end up trying to put a spy on them as well. So see if that helps us.
Yeah, I don't know if you played a quarterback yet this year that could throw as well as Jonah and also run as well as Jonah, because he's just so dynamic, I think, in everything he does.
Absolutely. He's definitely a threat, both on the ground and in the air. So, it's going to be definitely a tall challenge for us, but we'll see what we can do.
Final home game, I'm sure it's always nice to go out on a high note in front of your home fans, too.
Yeah, that's the plan, and it's senior night for us, so we want to try to make sure we get the seniors sent out on a high note. Those that are left, we've lost a lot of them, unfortunately, to injury, but those ones that are still playing and still fighting through it, we want to try to send them out on a high note.
Aaron, appreciate it as always. We'll see you on Friday night.
Sounds good. Well, thank you.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Aaron Raffle joining us here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll talk to Trinity head coach Dan Canals right after this.
Hello. My name is James Santilli, and I'm asking for your vote this November for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. As a lifelong county resident, it would be an honor to represent you. I have lived my life, both personally and professionally, treating others how I would want to be treated, always with the foundation of good faith, recognizing we all have so much in common. I am seeking a political position, but it should be an apolitical office. That's my promise. I hope you will consider voting for me this November.
Paid for by the candidate.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Prime Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Trinity head coach Dan Canals. Trinity at Laurel Highlands tonight taking on the Mustangs. And Dan, you guys really played a tough non-conference schedule, and you've been hot since conference play started out. An opportunity with a win over Laurel Highlands tonight to clinch a share of the conference title.
Yeah, we
we start with a brutal, non-conference schedule, and we certainly felt like we were battle-tested. We battled through a lot of injuries through that. Our motto has been adversity either shapes you or breaks you, and we feel like we developed depth through adversity.
How big was that win over TJ to kind of take your program to the next level?
It was big. We really had some goals set, and on the first day of camp, we put them on the board, and we erased them. But that was one of our goals, is to compete for a section title, and we still haven't accomplished it. But we knew we had to get over the defending champs to be in the conversation.
And then you came back last week with another huge game against the Char Valley team that was also undefeated in conference play, and really handled them, rather easily as far as the score indicated, 42-18.
Yeah, I think it was one of those games that it was a little more competitive than the score finished up, but that's what we pride ourselves on, is finishing games and finishing off opponents. We've in our conference right now we've won 65-6 in second half, and we kind of pride ourselves on that. But at the same time, we did not play our best football, and we were really focused on improvement areas this week, and it wasn't as great as a film session as you would think, beating a 6-1 team 42-18. But there's things that we need to get better at.
And Jonah Williams, he just continues to develop. It's amazing he's still just kid on the roster. It seems like year in and year out. He's done some special things for you. Just look at some of the stats. He's accounted for 1,900 yards already this season.
Yeah, Jonah's a special talent. He's a special person. He's number one academically in his class, and just does things the right way. And the one thing that has helped us is the standard in which he practices at. And pretty much everybody needs to follow suit when your leader's the hardest worker on the field. So that's what really makes him special. And obviously his football IQ and his intelligence is really blossomed starting 4 years.
And Owen Gardner's had a nice season for you as well.
Yeah, Owen is a tough physical back that can break tackles, but he also has a burst and can make huge runs and splash plays. I think he has a chunk full of runs that are over 50 yards this season, and so he makes us go, and it's a nice balance rushing attack between those two.
And still some business to take care of here late in the season. Games against Laurel Highlands and Bell Vernon. Talk about the matchups here over the final 2 weeks of the regular season.
We always respect our opponents. To be honest with you, Brian, we don't. Like, people think like you preach on not liking TJ or not liking somebody. Well, we're just a program that focuses on ourselves. We never get obsessed over our opponents. We get obsessed over our daily development. And that's kind of where our focus will be. And and they're both far road trips, so that's always an obstacle you got to overcome. But we got to play clean, fast and physical football. That's what we pride ourselves on.
Dan, appreciate your time. We'll see you out there on Friday night.
All right, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Trinity head coach Dan Canals. Remember this date in history segment for you next. Busy day, feeling unwell, don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered.
Marcon Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Family-owned and operated and built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and exceptional quality, Marcon is your local leader for ready-mix concrete, precast, lumber, tools, electrical, plumbing, lawn care, and general building supply needs. Visit the store in Markleysburg or call Marcon today at 724-329-5542. Marcon Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
High school football on WMBS tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting Trinity. Uniontown also playing for the old Coal Bucket tonight. They're on the road at Connellsville taking on the Falcons. We have our This Day in History segment. We'll start first with Uniontown. The Red Raiders actually 9-4 all-time on October 17th. Go all the way back to 1925, 100 years ago today, when Uniontown shut out Scottdale by a score of 6-0. On this date back in 1941, Uniontown lost to Greater Johnstown 42-6. The Red Raiders actually played on this date back-to-back years, both games against South Union. In 1946, the Red Raiders won 7-6. In 1947, it was a 19-6 win for Uniontown. The Red Raiders also a 6-0 win over Washington on this date back in 1955, and beat the Little Prexies on this date back in 1958, 32-12 in that game. Bill Muncie had 2 touchdown runs. The Red Raiders fell to Upper St. Clair on this date back in 1975, 16-12. Uniontown did defeat Elizabeth Ford on this date back in 1980 by a score of 28-6, but lost to the Warriors on this date back in 1986, 14-12. Uniontown also fell to Bethel Park on this date back in 1997 by a score of 21-14. The Red Raiders knocked out Bell Vernon on this date back in 2003, 20-12. Junior Mays had an 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown in that game. On this date back in 2008, Uniontown with a 49-6 win over Southmoreland. Arnold Walker had 3 touchdown runs for Uniontown. And the last time Uniontown played on this date in history against the Albert Gallatin Colonials in 2014. And Uniontown victorious in that game as well, 19-7. Arian Washington had 3 touchdown runs for Uniontown. Laurel Highlands all-time on this date in history, 3-4. The last time the Mustangs played on this date back in 2014, they fell to Bell Vernon 56-7. Laurel Highlands did knock off Albert Gallatin on this date in history back in 2008, 43-14. That Mustang team made the WPIAL playoffs and lost to Highlands in the first round. Laurel Highlands also knocked off Mount Pleasant 30-6 on this date back in 2003. You go all the way back to 1997. The Mustangs fell to Altoona 63-12. And the Mustangs also played an out-of-district team, Greater Johnstown, on the state in history back in 1986 and lost there by a score of 28-12. The Mustangs did knock off Greensburg-Salem on the state in history back in 1980, 24-19, but fell to Monessen 56-13 back in 1975. That was the first time Laurel Highlands ever played on October the 17th. That's this day in history segment. Again, Uniontown playing Connellsville tonight for the old coal bucket, while Laurel Highlands hosts Trinity. And we'll have more ahead on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. We'll talk to Ian McMeans right after this.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.mcclurewolfcpas.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountant.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,940.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
Brian Morozak back now on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz, getting you ready for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Trinity Hillers in our featured game tonight. And Ian, you look at this Trinity program, they really played a tough non-conference schedule, but now an opportunity to lock up at least a share of a conference title for the first time since 1986 with a win over Laurel Highlands tonight. Kind of unexpected. If you just go back a couple of weeks ago, this team was sitting at 1-4 overall in non-conference play, but have reeled off 3 straight wins, including a big win over Chartiers Valley last week. The Colts were previously unbeaten in conference play as well, and now the Hillers sitting pretty here with 2 weeks left in the conference regular season.
Like you said, for the way they started the season, starting off just 1-4, rattling off this 3-game win streak. Now, Trinity did play a pretty tough non-conference schedule. They had some games against some higher classification opponents, but nevertheless, this is a really impressive turnaround performance for Trinity. And considering that Newcastle just lost to West Allegheny last week, and that Thomas Jefferson was the defending champions,
Trinity here, if they can win out, could be in position for consideration for either the number 1 or number 2 overall seed in 4A, depending on how things just work out with the seeding committee.
Yeah, I talked to Dan Canals this morning, and it was kind of surprising because Jonah Williamson's been with this program, it seems like forever, and pretty much his swan song this year, trying to go out on a high note, has already amassed over 1,900 all-purpose yards, and has a great opportunity here with a very solid Trinity team here in 2025.
Yeah, he's been really impressive for his whole career. I mean, I remember seeing highlights of him as a sophomore, just, bombing the ball down the field. He's got a great arm, really good long speed, too, can just run away from people. Kind of the quintessential dual-threat quarterback that you see. A lot of teams have gone that route of, back in the day, teams would put their best athlete at running back and hand him the ball 40 times a game. Now teams are putting their best athlete at quarterback and saying, you're going to touch the ball every play, whether it's running or throwing the ball. For some teams, it's worked out for others, they're still kind of trying to figure it out. But it's definitely worked out really well for Jonah Williamson and Trinity. And they've got a pretty good running back in their backfield, too, that, they split the workload between them. So you kind of never know who's going to get the ball on a given play. And with how good their run game's been, then when he pulls it back on a play-action pass, it just sucks the safeties up, and there's a lot of room down the field, and he's got a big arm that can deliver some really nice deep balls.
Yeah, all they have really sitting in their way of a perfect conference season. Laurel Highlands this week, and will travel to Belle Vernon next week.
Yeah, and Belle Vernon's a team that's still on the outside looking into the playoffs. They do have a mathematical path forward, but it's going to be really tough for them. Belle Vernon's going to need some help to get there, especially after they had those close losses to both TJ and Char Valley. But, for Trinity, both Williamson and Owen Gardner, I just looked it up, are averaging over 7.5 yards a carry. So, when you get two guys that can run the ball that well and have a pretty good line blocking in front of them, this Trinity team is going to be tough to stop, I think, in these last two conference games. I imagine they're probably going to roll through Laurel Highlands and then probably handle Belle Vernon. They beat Belle Vernon last year, and this Belle Vernon team this year is not as good as the team was last year. So I think Trinity probably does win the conference title for the first time since 1986, which is just a fantastic storyline that they're able to raise themselves up. And then in the broader 4A picture, even just sticking in the Big Six conference, you've got a game this week with Thomas Jefferson and Chartiers Valley that's basically for second place in the conference because they've both lost to Trinity, and there's only 2 guaranteed playoff spots. So then you're looking at Char Valley or Belle Vernon in third place, hoping that they could potentially get a wild card. But there's some chaos happening over in the Parkway Conference, too, where you've got 4 teams in Newcastle, Aliquippa, West Allegheny, and Montour, all sitting at 2-1 in conference play, and 3 of them have winning records right now. Newcastle's 6-2, Aliquippa's 5-2, and Montour's 5-3. So there's a lot of possibilities for the wild cards that you do not want to leave your fate up to the WPIAL selection committee, because they could go a number of different directions with their wild card selections and be justified because there's a lot of good teams in 4A this year. It's just a shame that only 8 teams make the playoffs because of the limited field.
Well, more with Amy McMeans from Steel City Blitz right after this.
Are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Brian Rozak back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. Ian, looking around Fayette County tonight, the Fraser Commodores a lot on the line, trying to keep realistic playoff hopes alive in the Eastern Conference. Taking on Greensburg Central Catholic has always been a tough foe to play.
Yeah, this is a big matchup, and the 1A Eastern Conference is just an absolute mess in the middle of the pack. You've got Clairton and Leechburg sitting at the top. Jeanette's kind of solidified themselves in third place, but then you basically have 4 teams with Fraser, Brentwood, Riverview, and Greensburg Central Catholic all sitting there at 2 and 3 in conference play. They've all beat each other a little bit. Fraser still has a couple games left, but if Fraser can win out, and it's not beyond the realm of possibility, right? They have Greensburg Central Catholic, and then they have Springdale, who hasn't won a game in like 3 years. So if Fraser can win out, they'll finish in 4th place in the conference and be right in the conversation for a potential wild card in 1A. I do think Fraser probably needs to win this week against Greensburg Central Catholic, though, because they have a non-conference loss against Mapletown early in the year, and Mapletown's been really bad the rest of the year, so I think that kind of hurts their resume overall. I'm not sure how much the WPIAL is going to look at the non-conference games, but if they start to try and make comparisons, and you've got a team like Avella sitting in 4th place in the Tri-County South who beat Mapletown twice handily, and then a Fraser team who, lost to Mapletown, and I know it was a comeback loss. They blew a late lead in that game, but still, I think Fraser needs to solidify their position and not leave it up to the committee in really trying to solidify themselves as one of the 4 wild cards in 1A. If they are able to beat Greensburg Central Catholic, though, I do really like their chances. Just looking across the 1A slate, that there's not a lot of great wild card contenders in the Big 7 Conference or really in the Tri-County South. Avella has a 6-2 record, but they really didn't play a great non-conference schedule either. So I think it's going to pretty much come down to the Black Hills Conference, where you've got Chartiers, Houston, Monessen, and Cornell. One of those 3 will get a guaranteed spot. 2 of them will be up for the wild card. And then those 4 teams I mentioned in the Eastern Conference, all kind of vying for those last couple positions. So Fraser is in the mix, and they've got a chance, which is really cool, considering the fact that Fraser hasn't been to the playoffs since 2017, so they have an opportunity to snap a 7-year playoff drought, which is kind of weird to think about, that, they haven't been to the playoffs in 7 years, so the kids who are seniors now were in, 5th grade the last time they made the playoffs. But it would be great for the school, the program, the community, just to get back to the postseason.
Down the Tri-County South, certainly saw some changes there last week. California kind of solidified things up top. Jefferson Morgan lost their starting quarterback and also lost a game last week as well. Now they have a battle here with Avella for possibly 2nd place in the conference on the line this week.
Yep, California is pretty well atop the conference here. They do still have to play Jefferson Morgan next week in Week 9 in a big game that could decide the conference if Jefferson Morgan beats Avella this week. Bentworth sitting there right in the middle of the pack as well with getting that win over Jefferson Morgan now. Bentworth only lost to California by a point earlier this year, so they've been very solid, and getting that win over JM puts Bentworth in really good position to make the playoffs again this year. And then Jefferson Morgan sitting in 3rd place with a 4-1 record, but Avella's right on their heels at 3-2 in conference play. And if Avella can pull it off this week, that drops Jefferson Morgan from contending for the conference title to potentially having to hope on a wild card and maybe being out of the playoff picture altogether. So this is a big game this week for Jefferson Morgan. They can't get caught looking ahead to California next week thinking about the conference title. They got to make sure that their playoff spot is secure by beating Avella this week.
How fast 1 week just changes things. And then 2 matchups between 2 Fayette County teams. Albert Gallatin now 8-0. All they have standing in their way from a perfect season is Brownsville this week and a home game against Weir, West Virginia next week.
Yeah, and both of those teams, Brownsville and Weir, are winless on the season. So Albert Gallatin, objectively speaking, has a relatively easy path with two winless teams to their first undefeated season ever in school history. This team has already set records that 8 wins is the most wins they've ever had in a season since the merger that formed their school back in the 1980s. And just to be able to wrap it up with an undefeated season would be a really cool feather in the cap for the senior class. I think they've got a senior running back, senior wide receiver. So, Albert Gallatin, Coach Dindal down there has done a great job of, getting the kids on board, turning the program around. And since this is a realignment year, you never know. Maybe we'll see them potentially back in a WPIAL conference next year.
Hey, I know you love the trophy games. The old coal bucket also on the line tonight. We'll have video coverage as Uniontown travels to Connellsville.
Yeah, and those two haven't really played a lot of common opponents this year. I was looking at their schedules to try and figure out, who might win the old coal bucket. And you're right, I do love those trophies, and the coal bucket's one of the best ones. Uniontown beat Brownsville by 7 earlier this year. It lost to Albert Gallatin by a lot, like 35 or 36 points, I think. Connellsville is a little closer with Albert Gallatin. They only lost by 14. So I think Connellsville probably has a slight edge here just from that one common opponent that they've played. But in these rivalry games, you always just throw out the records and just see what happens on the field, because a turnover here or there could completely swing things. So this is one of the benefits of these Fayette County schools being able to play independent, because these two teams, I think the last couple years when Uniontown was independent and Connellsville was in the WPIAL, had to either play this game week 0 or weren't able to play it at all. So with Connellsville going independent, they're able to make sure they get this coal bucket rivalry game on the schedule, which I know is a big thing for both of those communities and for folks in the county in general. So really good for the fan bases, because they're going to get a great crowd for that game.
We'll wrap things up with Ian McMeans with Steel City Blitz right after this.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plan, perfect for game day parties, to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time-consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto and home insurance needs, make things simple and trust Allstate agent David Bates. He'll help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your auto and home. Bundling saves you money, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy things that matter most even more. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent David Bates at 724-439-9700 for a free personalized insurance proposal. Allstate, are you in good hands? Not available in every state. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
This is Patrick Mahoney, your candidate for South Union Township Supervisor. My opponent says don't fix what's not broken, but truthfully, I believe there's a lot to fix. I pledge to be a full-time supervisor with no distractions coming from conflicting external business interests. Additionally, I will also keep taxes and fees as low as possible, and I plan to work very hard to attract and support businesses in our township. Lastly, I will make sure our parks and green spaces are updated equally for us all to enjoy. Voting should be a way to make a better choice, and that choice is me, Patrick Mahoney.
Paid for by friends of Patrick Mahoney.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100 Montgomery Medical. A family tradition of family medicine.
Brian Rozak wrapping things up with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. Ian, let's swing around the WPIAL and take a look at some other matchups this penultimate week of the regular season.
Yes, and penultimate is one of my favorite words, so I'm glad you dropped that in there. So up in 6A, we'll start there, where Central Catholic and North Allegheny have locked up playoff spots. But there's a big game between Cannon McMillan and Norwin that's essentially for third place and the number 3 seed. And that is important, I think, in the 6A playoffs because Central Catholic has been so dominant, but North Allegheny hasn't been quite as dominant. They've won a couple of their conference games by, one score. They beat Norwin by 3, and Norwin controlled the game almost the whole time. They beat Cannon McMillan by 8. So whichever one of these teams wins is going to get another shot at a North Allegheny team that they already played pretty close this year. And in the playoffs, you never know if you get a bad weather day, anything can happen. So, but really good storylines for both of those two. Norwin hasn't been to the playoffs since 2017, so a chance for the Knights to get back to the postseason if they're able to win this week. And even if they lose, they're not quite out of it yet, but would have to beat Mount Lebanon next week to make sure they get in. In 5A, a big game in the Allegheny 6 conference between Upper St. Clair and Moon. Both of them have losses to Peters Township, but the winner of that game potentially could be in line for the 4th first-round bye in the 5A playoffs. So getting that first-round bye is definitely a big help in the postseason just to make sure all your guys can get healthy and you can get situated. So that's a big one. In 4A, we talked about the Thomas Jefferson-Char Valley matchup, but in the Parkway Conference, kind of a similar situation with Montour and Aliquippa. Both of them lost to Newcastle already this year, so they're kind of competing for that second guaranteed playoff spot. Montour still has to play West Allegheny next week, who just upset Newcastle last week. So a lot still to be decided as far as the 4A playoffs go. One of the biggest storyline games of the whole weekend in 3A is Elizabeth Forward taking on Southmoreland. The Scotties off to an 8-0 start. We interviewed their head coach, Dustin Schoaf, on our WPIAL Blitz show. You may remember him from his time at Yock when he was the WPIAL's leading rusher for a few seasons, and now as the youngest head coach in the WPIAL has his Scotties program off to an 8-0 start and has really taken them to the next level. So Southmoreland, one of just 2 teams in the entire WPIAL that's never won a playoff game. And so if they're able to beat Elizabeth Forward here this week, they'll win the conference, probably get a first-round bye, and then have themselves in pretty good position to contend for that first-ever playoff victory in school history, which would be really cool to see what they've been able to build up there. And I think former Laurel Highlands coach Rich Colasar is on their staff at Southmoreland as well. And so that's a pretty cool storyline there with, you got the youngest head coach in the WPIAL, former WPIAL leading rusher, now leading that program to some great success in his first year. In 2A, a couple games that are really important kind of for playoff positioning in the Century Conference between Seton LaSalle and Keystone Oaks. Both of them have already clinched playoff spots. Seton's trying to win to set up a showdown with Washington next week for the conference title. And then in the Midwestern Conference, which is also a mess of teams that have just beaten each other, Beaver Falls rebounding from a winless season last year to rattle off 4 straight conference wins here and put themselves in position this week against Riverside to potentially clinch a playoff spot. And finally, in 1A, Southside Beaver taking on Laurel in a showdown of teams that are both 4-0 in conference play in the Big 7 Conference. The winner of that pretty much clinches the conference title. Southside coming off a 35-7 win over Neshannock last week, which ended Neshannock's 20-game conference losing streak. And then a big non-conference game, North Allegheny taking on Pine Richland in a game of 2 of the premier programs in the WPIAL. It doesn't really count for anything as far as the playoffs are concerned, but just a big showdown between 2 big-name programs.
We appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot for having me.
That's Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. Starting lineups in the opening kickoff on the way next. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown.
Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potters on Facebook. We'll see you at Potters.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
A nice crowd on hand for senior night here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs hosting the Trinity Hillers. Brian Morozak along with Tony Hanula, Carl Childs behind the camera on our Facebook Live video feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Tony has your starting lineups being brought to you by SWGI Specialists. Now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown, a different name of the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. Tony, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Offensively for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs tonight, at left tackle will be Joel Hartline, a 6'2", 205-pound junior. At the left guard position will be Paxton Sigler, a 6'3", 228-pound junior. At center will be Caleb Stroop, a 6'2", 278-pound sophomore. At the right guard position will be Dante Lewis, a 6'1", 286-pound junior. And right tackle will be Harley Denny, a 6', 238-pound senior. The tight end spot will be Jacob Johnson, a 5'10", 185-pound senior. And the wideouts will be Josh Reed, a 5'10", 150-pound senior. Jonah Coleman, a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. And Jacob Johnson, a 5'10", 185-pound senior. Running back tonight will be Marion Jones, a 5'11", 210-pound senior. And the starting quarterback tonight will be Gabriel Santafonte, a 5'11", 175-pound freshman. Defensively for the Trinity Hillers, it'll be the left defensive end will be Jackson Starr, a 6'2", 263-pound senior. Defensive tackle on the left side will be Matt Richards, a 6', 250-pound sophomore. The nose guard will be Edric Williams, a 5'10", 285-pound sophomore. The right defensive tackle will be Ian Hollab, a 5'10", 225-pound junior. And the defensive end on the right side will be Anthony Georgie, a 6'4", 224-pound senior. The linebackers for across, the two outside linebackers will be Braden Burdar, a 5'11", 165-pound junior. And on the other side will be Avari Chandler, a 6'1", 195-pound junior. The inside linebackers will be David Gill, a 5'9", 187-pound senior, and Tegan Barr, a 5'11", 195-pound sophomore. The defensive backfield cornerbacks will be Daniel Glass, 5'10", 180-pound junior, and Tyler Welsh, a 5'8", 175-pound junior. The safeties will be Jonah Williamson, a 6'2", 212-pound senior, and the other safety will be Makai Bowman, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. On the defensive side for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, at the left end will be Paxton Sigler. The nose guard will be Jason Gardner. And the right end will be Joel Hartline, a 6'2", 205-pound junior. Linebackers for across, outside linebackers will be Jacob Johnson and Marion Jones. The inside linebackers will be Chase Rosgani, a 5'9", 210-pound sophomore. And Mark Reed, a 6'1", 192-pound junior. Defensive secondary on the corners will be Elijah Washington, a 5'8", 142-pound junior, and Jonah Coleman. Free safety will be Scotty McClay, 6'3", 160-pound senior, and Josh Reed as the strong safety. Offensively for the Trinity Hillers, left tackle Jackson Starr, left guard Ian Hollab. The center will be Tegan Barr. The right guard will be Brandon Kalchek. The right tackle will be Edric Williams. The tight end will be David Gill. Wide receivers will be Jameer Johnson, Braden Burdar, and Avari Chandler. The starting running back tonight will be Owen Gardner and also Makai Bauman, and the starting quarterback will be Jonah Williamson.
And Tony, plenty of injuries still on that Laurel Highlands side.
A lot. You're right, Brian, and still missing out on Nick Crouch as well as Noah Lyon. You've got a bunch of guys that are still down for the Mustangs. And it's really taken its toll. And as we said earlier, with only a couple seniors on this team, it's a big difference for these guys. And they're getting a lot of experience, but it's really been tough on the Mustang coaching staff.
Of course, Lyon will still play wide receiver today, but he won't play quarterback for the rest of the season. Plenty of strength on this Trinity side. We mentioned the top of our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, Jonah Williamson, with close to 800 rushing yards. Also has thrown for 1,132 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Also 14 rushing touchdowns for Williamson. And Owen Gardner, certainly a force at the tailback position, 870 rushing yards, Tony, and 4 rushing touchdowns.
Well, and you look at him last week, Brian, against Char Valley. You had Williamson 152 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. You also had Owen Gardner 218 yards rushing, and as a team, 376 yards rushing as a team against a pretty strong Char Valley team.
And the Mustangs, of course, will be relying on Marion Jones as their starting tailback tonight, with Easton Van Meter getting mixed in. Jones had that nice touchdown run 2 weeks ago against Ringgold. They're going to need more of that tonight against a very tough Trinity team. We're back with the opening kickoff right after this. Laurel Highlands hosting Trinity Senior Night for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello. My name is James Santilli, and I'm asking for your vote this November for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. As a lifelong county resident, it would be an honor to represent you. I have lived my life, both personally and professionally, treating others how I would want to be treated, always with the foundation of good faith, recognizing we all have so much in common. I am seeking a political position, but it should be an apolitical office. That's my promise. I hope you will consider voting for me this November.
Paid for by the candidate.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, Jeff Dennis of RE/MAX Select Realty is your local realtor of choice. Jeff and his team are proud members of our community and have the skills, knowledge, and ability to meet your needs. Call them today at 724-933-6300, extension 903, or visit them in person at 542 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. And remember to follow Jeff Dennis' team, Remax Select Realty, on Facebook today.
Just about set to go here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands playing their final home game of the season, hosting the Trinity Hillers, and certainly plenty on the line for Trinity. A win tonight for the Hillers over the Mustangs locks up at least a share of their first conference title, Tony, since 1986.
Yeah, and kind of a surprise, Brian. As we said, starting out the season, you always look at Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon, and also pretty good Char Valley team, but Trinity kind of came out of nowhere. Been playing absolutely great football, and you're right, a good chance to clinch at least a share of the title here tonight against the Mustangs.
Thomas Jefferson at Chartiers Valley tonight, the winner of that game, certainly with a great opportunity to get second place in the conference and lock up a playoff spot. Ringgold also at Bell Vernon tonight. The Leopards need a win there to stay in the playoff mix, at least for a wild card spot. Of course, Bell Vernon will host Trinity next week in what could be, Tony, a very interesting game, especially if the Hillers get by the Mustangs here today and Bell Vernon gets by Ringgold. The Leopards are going to have to win that game to get into the playoffs, where Trinity is going to look for a perfect conference season.
Yeah, and it'll be a great game to watch, actually. And as we said, you know, you got Bell Vernon, who's been dominant over the past couple years in this section, as well as Thomas Jefferson. But you're right, it comes down to Bell Vernon against Trinity next week, and it's one of those things where I don't think too many people actually thought it would come down to that, but just may happen after the game here tonight.
A couple of other local games going on tonight. Albert Gallatin now 8-0 on the season. They're at Brownsville tonight. Will have their game next week. Video coverage on the WMBS YouTube page as the host Weir, West Virginia. They get a win over Brownsville tonight. They're 9-0. AG certainly heavy favorites in that game, Tony. An opportunity for a perfect season, even playing as an independent. Heck of an accomplishment down there for Drew Dindle and his squad.
Exactly, and Drew, I'll tell you what, Coach Dindle has actually turned that whole program around, and you're right, if we would have thought that Albert Gallatin would be undefeated here this point of the season, a little bit of surprise, but they've been playing pretty good football too and putting up a lot of points against the teams they're playing against.
You can also watch the battle for the old coal buckets on YouTube tonight as well. We have the link on the WMBS Facebook page for you. Uniontown battling Connellsville with Josh Scully and TJ DeStefano on the call of that game. Frazier still in the mix for a playoff spot there at Greensburg Central Catholic tonight, and California trying to remain perfect in Tri-County South play. They're hosting Beth Center. They have a big game next week at Jefferson Morgan. Jefferson Morgan had a rare loss last week against Bentworth. They're at home tonight taking on Avella. Here at Mustang Field, Trinity in the away whites, blue numbers, blue pants. Their sideline here on the near side. The Mustangs flipped the sidelines around a couple of weeks ago. Laurel Highlands in the home blues, white numbers and red trim. Of course, their sideline off on the far side. And we had quite an extensive senior night here, Tony, that was held before the game, not only for the football team, but the cheerleaders and basically all members of any fall sport played here at Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, and you're right. We heard Coach John tell the PA announcer about 6:20 it was going to start. Really just ended a few minutes ago, so it's took a little bit in pregame here, but I'm sure both of these teams are ready to play now.
Officials tonight, a lot from the Bell Vernon area. Head referee Tyler Shutterly. The umpire is Brandon Madden. The headlinesman is Kurt Shutterly. The side judge is Connor Shutterly. The line judge is Sean Baker, and the field judge is Jordan Hartman. The Shutterleys always do a great job. The coin toss ongoing right now. And it looks like as our officials going to signal Trinity's won the opening coin toss, and they want the football. They'll defend the goal to our right and work right to left as we describe it here in the opening quarter. Again, Trinity 4-4 overall. Started off the season 1-4, playing a very tough non-conference schedule. They've reeled off 3 straight conference wins here in the Big Six to sit at 4-4 overall. Laurel Highlands, on the other hand, got off to a 2-0 start, but since that win over Ambridge in the second week of the regular season back on August the 29th, 6 straight losses, and during all 6 losses, the Mustangs were mercy ruled in those games for first-year head coach Aaron Raffle. They hope to change that here tonight against Trinity, looking for a competitive game and send their seniors out on a high note, at least for their final game here at Mustang Field.
I totally agree with you, Brian, and you're right. If you go back and look at that the Trinity early schedule, you talk about Peters Township, Montour, Bethel Park, playing some 6A schools, 5A schools, and really looks like it geared them up for this regular season conference games because they've been dominant on all that in those games as well.
Again, Laurel Highlands next week will travel to Thomas Jefferson to take on the Jaguars. Always a tough game traveling up Route 51. On the other hand, Trinity also on the road and kind of in the same vicinity right off the 51 corridor as well, taking on the Bell Vernon Leopards. So Jackson Nairn with it teed up here for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs working left to right as we describe it, back deep for the Trinity Hillers to bring this kickoff back. Daniel Glass and Owen Gardner.
You've got to be careful with both. Pretty good speed by both. Nairn's done a good job kicking for the Mustangs so far this year.
He's going to send it deep and high here on the near side. Goes to the 1-yard line. That's Daniel Glass on the return. Has the 15-20, and Glass with a hole trying to bounce it out. And Glass will take it back to the 30-yard line here for Trinity. And that's where the Hillers will start 1st and 10 on this opening drive of the game. Again, you look at their senior quarterback, Jonah Williamson. Tony, it seems like he's been here forever.
You're right, Brian. I mean, in all these games that we've seen him play Laurel Highlands, it seems like he's the arch leaster of high school football. Been around for a lot of years, it seems.
So Williamson breaks huddle. He'll line up here in a pistol set with Owen Gardner behind him. A little bit off of his right hip with twin receivers to each side from the Trinity 30. Option play. Williamson keeping it and pulling it down himself. And Williamson spinning across the 40 for a Trinity first down, picking up 11 on the opening play of the game. You had both Jonah Coleman and Marion Jones there to bring him down.
Yeah, and Jonah Williamson, a lot of room there to carry that. Didn't think he was even going to be touched there for a while, but pretty nice job. And you can see he's got the talent. He's just like another running back back there for the Trinity Hillers.
Williamson came into this game 80 of 129 throwing the football for 1,132 yards, 15 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, also 795 yards on the ground and 14 rushing touchdowns. Back in the pistol here, and he's going to look to put it up, and a little pass that was tipped twice before falling incomplete. I think on the wheel route there, Tony, initially intended for Owen Gardner, but before it got to Gardner, it was touched off the hands of one of his tight ends there, Anthony Georgie.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Brian. I think he was looking at Gardner coming out of the backfield, kind of had wide open space down that sideline, and unfortunately for Trinity, just tipped away by his own player.
Now bringing up 2nd and 10 from the Trinity 41, ball on the near hash mark. Williamson back in that pistol set, Gardner behind him, twin receivers to the far side, and single coverage to the near side as Williamson takes the snap. Inside handoff going this time to Gardner. Well plugged up by the Mustangs defensively. Just a 3-yard gain for the 5'10", 202-pound junior Owen Gardner. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Big play upcoming here for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, the Mustangs looking for a big defensive stop, and pretty good job right there to catch Gardner going up the middle. Thought he was going to be able to bust something, but the Mustangs plugged up that hole pretty quickly and held him to a 3-yard gain.
Just underway here, 10:38 left in the opening quarter, opening drive of the game for the Trinity Hillers. As Williamson back in that pistol set, trips out to the far side, single coverage to the near side with the Mustangs showing blitz, option look, pitch going back to Gardner. Plenty of running room here on the far side, and Gardner taking it into Mustang territory, and has enough for a first down in the Laurel Highlands 47. Needed 7, got 9 to move the sticks there for the Hillers.
Yeah, and the second first down of this drive for the Hillers now. And really, the Mustangs trying to figure out what to do. Running up the middle has not been advantageous for the Hillers, but running on the outsides, able to gain some yards.
The 2 first downs already on this drive, as Tony alluded to, and Trinity continuing here now from the Laurel Highlands 47, ball on the far hash mark. Trips to the near side. It's the wide side of the field as Williamson works out of the shotgun. And he's rolling near side, looking down the field. Williamson now pulls it down, looks to run. Williamson inside the 40, and he drags Mark Reed down close to the 35-yard line. And it should be just enough here for a Trinity first down. Going to be close here depending on the spot.
Yeah, let's see where they give it. I think it's going to be a first down from my vantage point here, Brian, and it is.
He took Reed on a ride there.
Yes, he did.
For the final couple of yards on that run. So 3rd first down on this drive for Trinity. And Williamson and the Hillers going back to work now from the Laurel Highlands 37. Williamson takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, and he's going to look deep on the far side, and that pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Almost brought down there by Braden Berdar. Berdar had a pretty good look at it. The Mustangs were draped all over him, but Berdar made a pretty nice effort to try to pull that pass down, Tony.
Yeah, and a pretty nice play there. Who was that? Johnson on the coverage? Or no, that was Reed. I'm sorry. So Josh Reed with pretty good coverage there was in his face. Never turned back for the ball, but able to stick his hand up and knock the ball away.
Now 2nd and 10 with 8:59 left here in this opening quarter from the Mustang 37. Williamson handoff to Gardner right up the middle, and Owen Gardner takes it down to the Laurel Highlands 30-yard line. Gain of 7 on that 2nd and 10 to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Gardner now with 3 carries for 19 yards on this drive. And so far, the Hillers able to eat up about 3.5 minutes so far on the clock.
And you look at this Trinity offensive line, the center, Tegan Barr, a converted running back to center, just 5'11", 195 pounds, but he's done a nice job this year as the starting center on this Trinity team. Now 3rd down and a long 3. Play fake from Williamson. Screens it out to the far side. Pass complete there to Daniel Glass. And Glass taking it down close to the Mustang 25-yard line. Needed 4, got 6 to move the sticks.
And they are going to mark him out right at the 25-yard line.
Glass actually the backup tailback behind Owen Gardner, but has been more the 3rd down receiving back. Had 10 receptions for 192 yards coming into this game, along with 57 yards on the ground.
Yeah, a nice little play there, just a swing pass. Glass with a lot of room to run. You're right, picks up 6 yards and another 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the Laurel Highlands 25-yard line. Over 4 minutes taken off the clock on this opening drive already for the Trinity Hillers. Williamson back out of the shotgun, a little play fake, screen going near side, pass complete to Chase Kostelnik. Kostelnik inside the 20, little cut back, lost his footing, and falls down here right around the 16-yard line. Needed 10, got 9. It'll bring up 2nd down and short.
And a nice play there. Kostelnik, another swing pass to the side, had a couple blockers out in front. Able to pick up 9 yards and make it a manageable 2nd and 1.
And Tony, you were mentioning to me you're studying some of these stats on the plane earlier on today, flying back into town, and these Trinity receivers really have spread it around as far as receptions on the season for Williamson, who came into the game with 80 passes complete.
Yeah, I think there were 8 guys who've actually caught passes so far throughout the season. That's pretty impressive for high school.
Williamson inside handoff Gardner, and Gardner inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. It was 2nd and 1, so he needed a yard, got about 3 to move the sticks, and Gardner certainly has been a consistent presence in the backfield for head coach Dan Knaus.
Yeah, and only a junior, too. And you're right, came in with, 870 rushing so far through the season. He's a pretty good-looking back.
All right, pick up the pace here. 1st and 10 from the Laurel Highlands 13. Snap back to Williamson. Screen out, far side pass tipped and intercepted. The Mustangs pick it off the deflection inside the 10-yard line. Let's see who comes out of the pack with it there for Laurel Highlands. That's going to be Josh Reed on the INT. Yeah. So the Mustangs take over here at the 6:28 mark of the opening quarter. Trinity comes up empty. We're back in 30 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Senafani out of the shotgun for the Mustang 10 with an inside handoff to Marion Jones. Fighting for yardage and a nice power run there, Tony, for Jones. Getting just past the 16-yard line, getting 6, maybe 7 there on the run for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, good strong running there by Jones. You're right. He did not want to go down, and with a full head of steam, nice gain there for the Mustangs.
And a little more protective gear on there for Senafani, wearing that protective cap. We weren't told if he was injured coming in here, Tony, but they certainly have a little extra protection on the freshman.
Well, he's been taking a lot of heat all season long, so you can't blame the Mustangs for that.
2nd and 4, back to Jones again, trying to spin his way here on the inside and able to take it down with forward progress to the 19-yard line. Give him 2, maybe 3 there to put the Mustangs in a manageable position here with a 3rd down and short upcoming.
That makes it a 3rd and 2, and something you're right, the Mustangs got to keep the ball out of Trinity's hands offensively, so this would be a big 1st down for the Mustangs early on.
So 3rd and 2 from the Trinity, or excuse me, they're from the Mustang 19-yard line. With Senafani out of the shotgun, repositioning Jacob Johnson on the left side of the line, takes the snap. Quick screen going out to the far side, pass complete, and breaking it down the far side there for Laurel Highlands to the 45-yard line. on the reception there for the Mustangs is Brady Beaner, who was probable coming into the game, and Beaner's first catch of the year, Tony.
First catch of the year. Looked pretty good. And you can see what the Mustangs have been missing so far this year. Big gain. The Mustangs with a first down.
And Beaner wasn't even on our radar as far as guys to look for in this game tonight, but Beaner, a nice reception there, and Laurel Highlands a first down now at their own 44 with Easton Van Meter looking a lot like Senafani in the backfield, that protective cap on. Low snap coming back. Gabe pulls it down. Pass out to the far side, falls incomplete. Intended for Noah Lyon close to midfield.
Yeah, just kind of threw it behind Noah Lyon. But a little bit of heat on Senafani, just unable to make the completion. So now 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
Let's say hello to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services checking in tonight. Had an opportunity to see Ed on Tuesday down at our Best in Fayette reception up at the Stonehouse. Appreciate seeing everyone who came out for that event, Tony. I know you were out of town, couldn't make it.
And the representative from my family was supposed to go, kind of got tied up with other things.
Little banana bunch out to the right, low snap coming back, and picking it up there is Josh Reed. And Reed doing a nice job. They're a helter-skelter play, and Reed able to take it down into Trinity territory right past the midfield stripe.
A nice pickup for a busted play there. And Reed able to pick up 6 yards on that carry. And again, another manageable third down for the Mustangs, 3rd and 4.
They're going to spot this right at midfield. 3rd and 4. First time the Mustangs have touched this ball in this game after Reed picked off of a deflection. Trinity quarterback Jonah Williamson. They're going to have Reed in there still as the quarterback now for the Mustangs. And flags come in here right at the snap. So a little Wildcat quarterback look there with Josh Reed.
Well, and actually I think Senafani might have been the one who started a little bit early out of the backfield. You're right, Reed and the Wildcat, but I think Gabe just kind of jumped the gun a little bit and got called for the false start. So now it's going to take it back 5 and make it 3rd and 9 now.
I actually think, Tony, that was Van Meter in there, not Senafani. They're both wearing that black cap.
Okay.
In there. And hopefully Senafani didn't get dinged up. Now he's going to come back into this game for this 3rd and 9 from the Laurel Highlands 45.
Yeah, interestingly enough, it's a little bit different with the Mustangs on the other side of the field. We're not used to this.
4:17 left here in the opening quarter. Senafani going empty from the shotgun, 5 wideouts. Quick screen, far side ball juggled and caught by Scotty McLay, who runs down the far sidelines and should have enough for Laurel Highlands' first down to the Trinity 45.
And a nice little play again, tipped by McLay, able to pull it in. And you're right, another first down for the Mustangs on this drive.
Well, at least early on, Laurel Highlands coming to play here today at home against a Trinity team that came in unbeaten in conference play.
And we're going to give McLay a 11-yard pickup there on 3rd down.
Mustangs staying empty. And now we'll send Beaner in motion. The ball is fumbled. I think the Hillers are on it here at midfield.
Yeah.
They're looking for Brady Beaner there on the jet sweep, and Trinity recovers at midfield with 3:34 left here in the opening quarter. So the Hillers get the football back, and we're back in 30. Scoreless game here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus to savings.
We come back, Jonah Williamson scrambling out to the far side, just getting back to midfield with Marion Jones coming in. Goes as no gain on the play.
Pretty nice play right there by the Mustang defense. Kept Jonah Williamson in the pocket. Good defensive coverage by the Mustangs. And able to hold Williamson to no gain.
Now 2nd and 10 from midfield here for Trinity. With Williamson back out of the shotgun, protector back off to his left. And the handoff going there to Owen Gardner right up the middle. And Gardner getting 4 down to the Mustang 46 to bring up 3rd down and 6.
You can see Gardner's going to be the workhorse for the Hillers here tonight. Already 5 carries, 26 yards. And that was a big turnover there by the Mustangs. It looked like Senefani just didn't get it into Brady Beaner's hands as he was coming in on the inside handoff there, and a fumble and a turnover on a pretty nice drive by the Mustangs to start this game out.
Now 3rd down and 6 from the Mustang 46. Williamson out of the shotgun, twin receivers to the near side, takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, looking deep near side. Man wide open and unable to hang on. Going towards the sidelines there was Avari Chandler. Chandler probably wishes he has that one back, Tony.
Chandler wishes he had that back. I'll tell you what, it would have been a pretty tough catch. He would have had to really work to keep his feet in bounds there, but you can see Williamson. He's got a cannon. Nice-looking quarterback, and I'll tell you what, Harvard's going to have something coming up there.
Certainly decision time here now. With it being 4th and 6, Trinity going to keep the offense on the field in a scoreless game with 2:13 left here in the opening quarter. And Williamson out of the shotgun, protector back to each side. He's going to look for a little pitch to the near side to Daniel Glass. And Glass, I think he's going to be stopped short of the first down here, Tony. Need to get down to the 40. And they're going to spot this right here at the 43. So once again, the Mustang defense coming up big.
Yeah, and a great play there. Scotty McClay just came up, anticipated, and cut Glass off. And a beautiful play defensively, and only a 3-yard gain and turnover on downs by the Mustangs.
So far, a very impressive first quarter here for Laurel Highlands. Trying to send their seniors out on a high note. Scoreless with Trinity with 2:04 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands getting the football back, starting this drive from their own 43. And Gabe Senefani bringing the Mustangs to the line. Now have Marion Jones off to his left. Now he's going to reposition him off to the right. A little confusion here on the Laurel Highlands side. Now they're set. Another low snap coming back. Handoff goes to Jones right up the middle, and Marion Jones maybe a yard there, Tony. Not a lot of running room there in between the tackles as Jones just takes it up to the 44.
Yeah, we're going to give him 1-yard carry on that, and Jones just really no place to go. Pretty good defensive stop there by the Hillers.
2nd and 9 with 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. Senefani back out of the shotgun. Jones off to his right. Twin receivers to each side as Senefani takes the snap. Senefani in trouble trying to step up, and he's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. And good penetration there on the Hillers side. David Gill, who came into the game with 68 tackles and 2 sacks. One of the Hillers to bring him down.
Yeah, good job by Gill. And actually, Marion Jones was on the outside, but Gill had that head of steam, and Jones couldn't stop him, and Senefani with the sack.
They also had Anthony Georgie there as well, along with Gill, finishing off Senefani on the play. Now 3rd and 13 for the Mustangs. From their own 40-yard line as Senefani takes the snap. They're coming after him again. The freshman flushes out to the far side. He's going to throw on the run. It has Josh Reed here at midfield, and Reed swung down about 3 yards short of the first down by Chase Kostelnik.
Yeah, a nice game, a nice play. Reed just couldn't shake Kostelnik, but a 9-yard game. And what do you do here if you're the Mustangs? Just wait for the quarter to end, which I think that's what they're going to do.
It's 4th and 4, and you can take the clock all the way down here to the end of the quarter. You have 15 seconds on the game clock, 20 on the play clock. And the Mustangs will wait to make a decision until the second quarter gets underway. So we're scoreless after 1. Laurel Highlands and Trinity, the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS and Facebook Live.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers a variety of affordable services, traditional, cremation with viewing and simple cremation, plus warmth, convenience, and ample parking. And they are ready to assist you. Best wishes to all of our local teams from the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Back here, start of the second quarter. So Laurel Highlands entering on a 6-game losing streak. They're going to keep the offense on the field here, Tony, from midfield, facing a 4th and 4.
Well, at this stage, you don't have much to lose. You might as well give it a try.
Banana bunch off to the near side. Twins to the far side. Senafani going empty. Takes the snap. Quick screen near side going to Scotty McLean. Needs to break a tackle, and he's not going to be able to do so as the Trinity defense comes up big there with a stop. No gain on the play, and the Hillers, Tony, will take over on downs.
Yeah, really just McClay with the quick swing pass, but no place to go. Really a nice job by the Hillers to anticipate that.
On our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the sports medicine team at the WPIAL Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Battle for the old coal bucket. Connellsville off to a 14-6 lead over Uniontown. 2:27 left in the opening quarter up there in Connellsville. We had a quick first quarter here at Mustang Field tonight. And here's Jonah Williamson back out of the shotgun from the Mustang 49 with an inside handoff and plenty of running room here for Owen Gardner. Gardner breaking a couple of tackles. Look out here. Owen Gardner loose inside the 15, inside the 10. And Owen Gardner from 49 yards out. The first score of the game, a touchdown run for the Trinity Hillers.
Yeah, beautiful job by Gardner to just go right up the middle, then break it outside. Outrun everybody and pick up a touchdown. 49-yard scamper and a nice play there by the Hillers.
So the Gardner score coming here at the 11:36 mark of the second quarter. A 49-yard touchdown run right after the Hillers were able to stop the Mustangs on downs and take over just inside of Laurel Highlands territory. And now the extra point snap coming back. And you have the kicker picking it up here. That's Cooper Cincinnati. Drop back of the 20-yard line, so the conversion no good. So the Hillers lead just at 6-0 over Laurel Highlands. 11:36 left before halftime, and we're back at 60 seconds here on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Tonight.
I'm Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. Did you know our office handles claims for people hurt at work? If you are injured at your job, you have certain rights under the Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Act that your employer may not advise you of or simply disregard. Those would include rights to wage loss and medical benefits due to your injury. We help injured workers to make sure they receive the benefits they're entitled to by law. Call us at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Mark-On Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Family-owned and operated and built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and exceptional quality, Mark-On is your local leader for ready-mix concrete, precast, lumber, tools, electrical, plumbing, lawn care, and general building supply needs. Visit the store in Markleysburg or call Mark-On today at 724-329-5542. Mark-On Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
Kickoff here, going back to the 10-yard line. Mustangs on the return. Scotty McLean. McLean across the 25, bringing it up to the 29-yard lines where the Mustangs will start 1st and 10. But Laurel Highlands, despite Tony giving up that 49-yard touchdown run to Owen Gardner, still gone off to a pretty nice start.
A real nice start, actually, Brian, and it was one of those things. We weren't sure exactly what they're going to come in with senior night, but we'll say they're playing pretty inspired football right now, and outside that 49-yard run, they've done a pretty nice job stopping this potent Hiller offense.
Let's see if they can keep it up here, going back to work now from their own 28. Senafani out of the shotgun as Easton Van Meter, another freshman, off to his left. Receiver splits each side. Jacob Johnson, the lone tight end here on the left side of the line. And a little confusion now as they bring Jonah Coleman into the game. He'll line up in the slot left, and now they'll send Johnson back in motion to the right side. He gets set as the snap comes back with a handoff going to Easton Van Meter, and Van Meter will lose 2 back to the 26-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 12. And we've seen that a couple of times, Tony. Just a little confusion coming back there, especially after those quick changes after scores or possessions switch back and forth.
Yeah, just going back and forth. And the thing of it is, a lot of time on the play clock, so they're able to actually get the play in and get set up. But you're right, kind of a little loosey-goosey out there on offense.
2nd and 12 now. Senafani back out of the gun. Van Meter stays off to his left. with 3 wideouts in the game, and Johnson remains the H-back on the right side of the line. As Sinafani takes the snap, lob pass down the far sideline, falls incomplete as he threw into double coverage. The intended Mustang wide receiver was Noah Lyon.
Yeah, and really good coverage there by the Hillers. That would have been tough to make a completion there no matter what. I think the defender actually had better position than Lyon did. And fortunate no interception there for the Mustangs.
It's certainly been a tough senior season for Noah Lyon. Good to still see him out there as a wide receiver. Started off the year as the Mustang starting quarterback. Shoulder injury week 2 against Ambridge. Missed a few games. Now back as a wide receiver. They're trying to get that shoulder ready for baseball season in the spring.
Trying to get that shoulder ready, and we're going to send a shout-out to his grandfather, Pat Lyon. A little bit under the weather, and we know he's listening. So, Pat, take care and hope things go well.
Yeah, hopefully to see Pat back at the games very soon. As Easton Van Meter, a little carry here, positive gain, but on 3rd down and 12, just able to pick up 2, maybe 3 there to get back up to the 29-yard line. And the Mustangs will be forced to punt now with 10:24 left here in the second quarter. Trinity will send Avari Chandler along with Daniel Glass back deep to receive as Nairn sends the punt away. Able to go to Glass on the far side. The ball actually bounces past him and goes out of bounds right around the Trinity 30. And that's where the Hillers will start. 1st and 10 when we come back. 10:09 left before halftime. 6-0 Trinity, and we're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Trinity trying to keep the momentum going after that Owen Gardner 49-yard run with an inside run going here to Jonah Williamson on the quarterback keeper. And Williamson just getting back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 9:54 left on a running clock here in the second quarter.
Yeah, good stop there by the Mustangs defensively. They're going to give him credit for 1 yard.
So now 2nd and 10. Williamson back out of the shotgun. Gardner again off to his right. 3 wideouts in the game. After Williamson didn't pick up a yard there on 1st down. Now sending Anthony Georgie in motion. Repositions on the left side of the line as Williamson takes the snap, play fake. He's looking deep down the middle. Man wide open on the run. Chase Kostelnik. Kostelnik inside the 20. Inside the 10. Outruns the Mustangs into the end zone for a 69-yard reception from Jonah Williamson as the Hillers go up 2 scores. It's 12-0 Trinity.
Yeah, and a beautiful pass right there. Kostelnik wide open, able to get behind the secondary. And actually had 2 guys that were actually wide open and able to connect. Beautiful throw on a 69-yard touchdown pass.
Mustangs try to chase him down inside the 10-yard line, but Kostelnik out racing Laurel Highlands into the end zone for his 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. Now Trinity trying to increase it here to 13-0. Extra points is up and good. They've been switching kickers all year. Cooper Cincinnati tried the first conversion. That time was Evan Slagle sending it through, and it's 13-0 Hillers. 9:15 left before halftime, and we're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Busy day? Feeling unwell? Don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered.
Slagle sent the kickoff down the field, and Jonah Coleman juggled it, Tony, about 3 times. It's like hot potato out there before he finally fell on it. back at the Mustang 18-yard line. The good news for the Mustangs, at least they keep possession there.
Oh, that's exactly right. I was just going to say the same thing, Brian. He did fumble it about 3 times, but able to fall on it, and the Mustangs retained possession. But one of those things where he had a little bit of room to run, but just couldn't handle the ball.
On our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the sports medicine team at the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Connellsville trying to retain the old coal bucket, up 21-6 now over Uniontown early second quarter. And here's Senafani out of the shotgun with an inside handoff and a little shaking and baking going on there, but just a minimal gain for the Mustangs on that run. That was Jacob Johnson getting the carry as Laurel Highlands has mixed up the backs a little bit as well tonight.
I'm just trying to find something that's going to work. Right now, the Mustangs having trouble getting the ground game going.
Saw some pictures before that Uniontown Connellsville game. I think T.J. DeStefano and Josh Scully were trying to heist that coal bucket and take it back to Uniontown. Maybe T.J. was going to take it back to Newstand tonight. He loves that trophy.
Take it down to Westmoreland County.
Yes. Triple right formation here for the Mustangs on 2nd and 9. Senafani takes the snap, rolls far side, ball in and out of the hands of Noah Lyon, and that'll make it 3rd down and 9. And they had good pressure there right in front of the line. I don't think he was getting anywhere down the field.
Now, in Senafani, not a bad start. 4 for 7, 45 yards. But that one just in and out of the hands of Noah Lyon, and now another big 3rd down play for the Mustangs.
Actually, Tony, it still might be 2nd down. Procedure penalty called here against the Mustangs, but Trinity's going to decline it. So you're right, it is 3rd down and 9.
Right.
Hiller's declining the penalty in the line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 19-yard line.
We'll see. We've seen a pretty clean game so far, Brian.
Yes.
I mean, only, 1 penalty, and that against the Mustangs on an illegal procedure.
They've been moving right along here early on. A couple of good candidates for our play of the game brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. The Gardner touchdown run and the Kostelnik catch from Jonah Williamson. The Mustangs trying to answer back here, but no one home on a lob pass that Senafani sent down the near sideline. Closest Mustang in the vicinity there was Jonah Coleman.
And you talk about 2 big strikes by Trinity. You're right. The first drive was 1 play, 15 seconds from 49 yards. The second one, 2 plays, 70 yards, only took 56 seconds. So after controlling the ball that first possession, over 5 minutes, quick strikes in the second quarter.
Now Nairn setting the punt away. It'll go to Glass here at the 45 of Trinity. And he has plenty of running room with a flag on the play down the far sideline. He'll take it back. And I think one of the chain gain went down as well as he brought it back to the Mustang 30.
I think you're going to have a block in the back. I mean, it looked like one of the Mustangs just got shoved. Let's see what the call is going to be. Haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, block in the back. Yeah,
right there, Tone. That's going to be a foul that's going to be enforced from the end of the run.
I was going to say, though,
because the flag was thrown right around the 20, so from that position, with it occurring past where the final result of the play was, they take it back to where the ball ended up, which was the 30, so 15 yards back there from the 45. That's where Trinity will begin this drive.
I kind of thought it happened a lot prior to the 30, but it's not a spot foul then. It's after it's dead.
And Williamson taking the snap here, going back to Gardner with another big hole, and Gardner taking it down to the Mustang 34, 11-yard gain for another Trinity first down. And you go back to that opening quarter, Trinity on their opening drive of the game took it down to the Mustang 10 before a pass was deflected, and the Mustangs picked it up. And on Trinity's second drive of the game, Laurel Highlands were able to get the football back as Trinity turned it over on downs.
Well, the defense has not played bad at all, really, and like we said, Brian, just a couple quick strikes. Gardner now 7 carries for 86 yards, but the big one, that 49-yard touchdown run. But outside of that, kind of bottled him up so far.
Williamson here out of the shotgun from the Laurel Highlands 34. Low snap coming back as flags come in. This will be a procedure call here against Trinity, so the 1st and 10 becomes a 1st and 15. Tony, hard to believe next week, the final week of the high school football regular season. Once again, 2 games on our WMBS platforms. Laurel Highlands traveling up to Thomas Jefferson to take on the Jaguars. And Albert Gallatin, if they win tonight against Brownsville, look for a perfect season hosting Weir, West Virginia next week.
It's amazing how fast the season goes.
Yes. Of course, when the games wrap up tonight, the Trib Live scoreboard show with Don Rebel. 1st and 15. Williamson takes the snap. Quick out. Far side pass complete there to Braden Berdar. And Berdar able to get down. They're going to spot this here at the Mustang 33. That'll be a gain of just about 6 to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, we'll give him 6 yards there. And Williamson now closing in on 100 yards passing.
Berdar came into the game, 15 receptions for 277 yards and 6 receiving scores. Now 2nd and 9 here from the Laurel Highlands 34. Williamson back out of the shotgun with Gardner off to his right. Little play fake. Williamson flush to the far side, pulls it down, looks to run inside the 30, and Williamson knocked out of bounds, and they'll rule him out here right around the 27-yard line. Gain of 6 on that 2nd and 9 to bring up 3rd down and 3. And probably 4-down territory again, Tony, at this juncture of the field.
I would imagine so, and it's going to be a big stop for the Mustangs right now. You don't want to go down 20-0, that's for sure. 13, a little bit more manageable, and really have not played bad defense, but need a big stop here.
At 6:11 left before halftime. 3rd and 3. Williamson in that pistol set. Gardner just behind him off to his left. And Gardner's going to get the football here right up the middle. And Gardner enough for a 1st down before he was finally brought down by Paxton Sigler. Needed 3, got 5 to move the sticks again. Sigler, the 6'3", 228-pound junior, starting left defensive end tonight.
Yeah, and Gardner now 8 carries, 91 yards.
Hillers go no huddle. Williamson from the Mustang 23. Back out of the pistol, low snap, hauls it in, hangs in the pocket, has a lot of time. And now Williamson flushed out to the far side, pulls it down, and gets back right near the line of scrimmage, forced out of bounds there by Mark Reed.
Good defensive coverage in that secondary. He had a lot of time, just couldn't find anybody open, so give the Mustang defensive secondary a lot of credit on that play.
At the end of that last play, probably got a shot there of Nick Crouch. Of course, Crouch has been out with a shoulder injury last couple of weeks. Been a tough junior year for Nick. Missed a couple of games after a WPIAL mandated suspension that stemmed from the Southmoreland game that we certainly questioned during our broadcast.
I think we questioned a lot, actually.
2nd and 10, option play here. Pitch going back to Gardner, cuts back up the middle and gets down close to the 20-yard line. So give Gardner 3 to bring up 3rd down and 7 with 5:25 left on a running clock here in the 2nd quarter.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know who got the penetration there, but that pitch was almost picked off by a Mustang defender right there.
Yeah, the Mustang defense, especially if you look back over the last couple of weeks, certainly looking a lot better tonight than they have during this past 6-game stretch. They're coming after Williamson here. Throws on the run, and the pass in and out of the hands of Anthony Georgie, the intended wide receiver. Georgie probably wishes he has that one back, Tony.
He was wide open, and he does wish he had that one back. Not sure how he didn't catch it, but just in and out of his hands, and fortuitous for the Mustangs.
Here we go again, 4th and 7. Offense still on the field here for Trinity. From the Laurel Highlands 20-yard line, Hillers up 13-0 over the Mustangs with 5 minutes left before halftime.
Now, this could be a big stop and maybe put a little momentum into the Mustangs here.
Gardner again to the left of Williamson in the backfield. Twin receivers to each side. Ball on the Laurel Highlands 20. They need a 13 for a 1st down as Williamson takes the snap. Has time, hangs in the pocket, looks across the middle, has a man for a 1st down and more. Inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line is Owen Sampo Gallo, the wide receiver, the sophomore, with a 19-yard pickup there to set up a 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, he was wide open. A lot of space to run as well. You got to give him credit. Williamson just hung in the pocket there and did exactly what he needed to do.
10th reception of the season for Sam Gallo. And now 1st and goal for Trinity from the Mustang 1. Williamson stays out of the shotgun. Gardner off to his left. Williamson takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, throws it far side, man open, and that's a Trinity touchdown. Caught there by Braden Berdar for the third Hillers TD of the night.
And a nice play there. Wide open. And a 1-yard touchdown pass now. Berdar makes it now 19-0.
And Trinity, a nice second quarter. We were scoreless after 1, but now 19 with a potential extra point here to make it 20. High snap coming back. This time it's Cincinnati sending it through. So with 4:14 left here in the second quarter, Trinity 20, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Mustang Field, Cooper, Cincinnati to send it away, and flags and whistles come in here, Tony, right off the kick.
I don't know if we had an offside. Let's see what the call is here.
Trinity, pretty much an equal opportunity department as far as the kicker position goes. They've been rotating not only tonight but all season long. Evan Slagle, 89, and Cooper, Cincinnati is one of their soccer stars, number 99. And speaking of soccer, best of luck to both the Laurel Highlands boys and girls soccer teams in the playoffs over the next couple of days. Boys seeded 13th at 4th seeded Moon tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Girls have a tough matchup on Monday night at 6:30 up at Fox Chapel. Lady Mustangs, a 16th seed, taking on top seeded Fox Chapel. Cincinnati now angles it here on the near side, and this kickoff going back to the 15-yard line, and Jonah Coleman on the run back across the 25 and up to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that last drive took 3:38 off the clock, 45 yards covered, and 6 plays for the Trinity Hillers.
And Trinity looking for a share of their first conference title since 1986, Tony. That's a pretty long drought going back almost 40 years, 39 years since their last share of a conference title.
Well, and you can see they've got a pretty nice squad. There's no doubt about that, Brian. A lot of talent.
Mustangs now mixing things up here, going back to Josh Reed as the Wildcat quarterback, and Reed just getting back to the line of scrimmage there for no gain to bring up 2nd down and 10. We saw a lot of that earlier on this year with Nick Crouch before he got injured.
Yeah, and they really missed Nick Crouch a lot. I mean, we've said that throughout the season after he got suspended for a game and then with the injuries and everything like that. But he was a pretty major cog both offensively and defensively for the Mustangs, and they miss him.
They still have Senofani in the game. He's off in a banana bunch off to the right side as Reed continues to be the Wildcat quarterback here on a 2nd and 10. Run the whole way, and Reed plugged up here 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd and 12 now for the Mustang 28. Trinity thought they stripped the ball away from Reed there.
Now the whistle had blown pretty quickly.
Yes.
There was a lot of Hillers around Reed on that play. And now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs, and really tough sledding here for these Mustangs in this second quarter offensively.
Reminder, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have a news update from CBS News. Scores around the WPIAL brought to you by the sports medicine team at the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Maybe get a little bonus coverage of that Connellsville Uniontown game you never know. And, of course, Tony will have plenty of first half stats for you, too. And Senofani throw far side behind the intended wide receiver, Josh Reed. Coverage on the play by Avari Chandler, and that'll bring up 4th and 12. The Mustangs will have to bring out the punting unit here with 2:38 left before halftime.
2:38, and the Mustangs were hoping to at least pick up a first down, keep their defense off the field for a little bit, and maybe run out this quarter. But instead, Nairn's going to have to come on and punt again. Done a pretty good job so far, a couple 40-yarders.
Coming after him here, but Nairn able to get it away. And from the 43, Trinity on the run back here with Chandler, and Chandler with a little convoy down the near side of Ari. Chandler with a stiff arm at the 5, and he got in. He just pushed down Mark Reed at the 5-yard line, able to house it there, Tony, on the punt return of Ari Chandler.
Chandler, a 57-yard return. And you're right, Brian, I didn't think he had any place to go. Just kind of came out of the pack there, and you're right. Beautiful stiff arm on Reed to pick up the extra 5 yards to get in the end zone.
And Trinity now, 26 points scored in the second quarter. The Laurel Highlands now 26-0 with an extra point upcoming. Snap back. Again, they rotate the kickers. This time it's Evan Slagle sending it through. And Slagle's extra point is good, so with 2:21 left before halftime, 27-0 Trinity over Laurel Highlands. Are back at 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
Slagle sending the kickoff back to the 8-yard line on the return. Scotty McLay was hit there at the 15 and driven back. They'll give him forward progress up to the 15-yard line. And we've seen a couple of those squib kicks down the field that have given the Mustangs some issues here, Tony, tonight on the returns.
Yeah, they've really had a tough time gathering the ball on the kicks. And right there, put them in a rough field position. Starting off at their own 8-yard line? Oh, I'm sorry, the 15-yard line. Sorry about that.
Trinity, some big plays here in the second quarter. The latest, Davari Chandler, 57-yard punt return for a touchdown at the 2:21 mark of the second quarter. Slagle adding the extra point. Now the Mustangs from their own 15 with a handoff to Marion Jones, maybe getting a yard there. Tough running for Jones to bring up second down and 9. Might have a Trinity injury here. Slow in getting up. Anthony Georgie now up to his feet.
I think they called timeout.
We did get a timeout. So we'll step aside for a quick 30. Trinity taking the timeout. Hillers 27, Mustangs nothing. We're back at 30 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
Back here, Mustang Field. So Tony, that timeout tells me that Trinity might want to try to finish off the Mustangs here in the first half and try to get to that continuous clock a little early.
I'll try to get to that point and maybe rest up their starters, knowing that they have a chance to win the conference next week.
Now the Mustangs will take a timeout. We'll step aside for another quick 30. 2:02 left before halftime. 27-0 Trinity. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
2:02 left here before halftime. A consecutive timeouts called in this game. One by Trinity, one by Laurel Highlands. And now the Mustangs facing a 2nd and 9 from their own 16. Sanafani, quick out far side pass dropped. Intended there for Jacob Johnson, the tight end. And Billy Dice just sent me a text. Of course, he's behind the camera. Tony, the coal bucket game between Connellsville and Uniontown. We're on our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the sports medicine team at the WPIAL Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Connellsville leads Uniontown 21-6, but he said something he's never seen before. Connellsville punted on a 4th and goal.
What?
They punted on a 4th and goal, but here's the rest of the story. It was from the Uniontown 43-yard line.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Had to keep you hanging there for a
Yeah,
little
I know. I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, how'd that happen?
Now 3rd and 9, low snap coming back. Sanafani lob pass incomplete. Josh Reed, the closest Mustang, had double coverage with Philip Whitlock and Ben Priest defending for Trinity. Now 4th down, and the Mustangs will have to punt it away here with 1:54 left before halftime.
Yeah, it's still a lot of time for this big strike Trinity offense.
You'll have Nairn back at the Mustang 2. And both Chandler, who had that punt return for a touchdown, and Daniel Glass around midfield. As once again, a lot of pressure there on Nairn, but able to get it away. And this time it's Chandler from the 40, looking for running room down the far side. And Avari Chandler able to take it back right around the 33-yard line before he was run out of bounds. So 1:40 left before halftime. Trinity 27, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back at 30 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
M&R Transit, one of our video stream sponsors tonight, along with Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair. Trinity going to work here for the Mustang 32. Pitch back on the near side, Owen Gardner. Gardner, plenty of running room, takes it down to the Mustang 15, 17-yard run, and another 1st down for Owen Gardner.
And that's going to take Gardner over the 100-yard mark for the night. Now at 112 yards rushing.
Stops the clock with 1:33 left before halftime. Another 1st down here for Trinity. Ball on the near hash mark. And again, this was a scoreless game after 1 quarter of play. 27 points already scored here in the 2nd quarter for Trinity. Looking for more now for the Mustang 15. With Jonah Williamson out of the shotgun. Little play fake. Turn it back to his left. Pressure in front of him. Williamson still with the football. Now he'll throw it down the field. Pass falls incomplete. Had a couple of Hillers down the field, including Braden Berdar and David Gill.
Now, pretty good pursuit there by Jacob Johnson from the Mustangs, and really kind of contained Williamson from going anywhere.
With that rollout, Tony, an eligible man downfield.
There.
Tough to keep your position for that long on that rollout from Williamson. And probably tough for the offensive line to know whether he was going to throw it down the field as he did or just pull it down and run like he has done so many times successfully so far this season. Again, came into the game 795 yards rushing and 14 rushing touchdowns.
And you're right. As an offensive lineman, you really don't know what to do in that situation.
It's now 1st and 15, still 1:22 left before halftime. Williamson, 2 protector backs with him. Daniel Glass to his right, Gardner to his left. He's going to look to throw initially, then pull it down and look to run. Williamson trapped in the backfield trying to get out of it. Marion Jones on his back with a flag coming in. And Williamson tackled back at the 19-yard line, maybe a half-yard gain on the play, but we'll check the flag, which came in from the near side.
I'm going to guess it's going to be a hold, especially where the flag was thrown. Let's see what the referees come back with.
Personal foul face mask against Laurel Highlands.
And that's only the 2nd penalty against the Mustangs. But that's going to be, what, half the distance?
Correct. And I don't think that's an automatic 1st down anymore. They changed that rule a few years back. This goes half the distance, so even though it was a personal foul, it's still 2nd and 5. No, it is going to be a first down. So the down markers were confused a little bit on the pass interference penalties. They're not automatic first downs. So the personal fouls, I guess, still are. And there's still confusion there. The down marker guys aren't sure either.
Well, here's the other thing, too, Brian. It was on the 15.
Correct.
You would think it'd be on the 8 or 7 yard line, but they only marked it down to the 10.
Correct. And they're still talking this over. They have it marked still at 2nd and 5. I think the official, though, signaled first down. Nonetheless, Williamson's going to look to throw. He has Marion Jones on his back, and Jones with a sack back at the 19-yard line with 1:04 left before halftime. Now we'll get a timeout taken, so we'll step aside for a quick 30. They'll try to get the down sorted out here as well, with Trinity leading Laurel Highlands 27-0. We're back in 30 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
So it was a personal foul first down for Trinity on the play that preceded the Jones sack. So after the sack, it's 2nd and 12.
Okay.
But I also have to wonder, though, Tony, why would it have been 1st and 5? It should be 2nd and goal then for now. That ball was spotted down at the 10.
Yeah, I'm not.
So we're still a little confused here.
I'm a lot confused, actually, but
we'll see what plays out here. Triple right formation. Williamson out of the shotgun. They're coming after him. He'll look to step up, throws on the run. That pass is complete inside the 5 and reaching for the end zone, and they're going to rule the wide receiver Braden Berdar down at the 1-yard line.
So Berdar, again, close. He caught a 1-yard touchdown pass earlier.
Now the question is here, Tony, it would have been 3rd and goal if it was marked the way we thought it was. But they're going to say 1st and goal here. Again, that sequence, I don't think it was spotted correctly. Now Williamson looking for the end zone pass overthrown. Intended there for Berdar again. Now it will be 2nd and goal. I don't think that ended up being marked off correctly.
Oh, I definitely don't think so. Like I said, I thought it should have been on the 8 or 7 yard line, but I thought it should be a first down on the personal foul. But I don't know. We're missing something there.
Yes. And at that point, it would have been 1st and 10, not 1st and 5. And that's where you would have had the last play is 4th down.
Yeah, well, it should have been 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, something, again, did not add up there, but it's not going to matter. It's taking it in for another touchdown for Trinity is Owen Gardner from a yard out. So the Hillers' lead increased again now to 33-0. That's 33 points scored in the second quarter. Gardner's touchdown coming with 31 seconds left before halftime. Now it's Cooper Cincinnati's turn here on the extra point. The hold from Jake Schreier. They're coming after him, but Cincinnati will send it through to increase the Trinity lead over Laurel Highlands to 34-0. And 31 seconds left before halftime, and we're back in 60 on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dom, let's tell these people about the spectacular offers that'll have you trembling into a new Ford.
Hey, John, listen to these spine-tingling deals that are taking up to $6,000 off MSRP 2025 F-150 XL and XLT models and rates that are straight scary. How about 2.9 for 60 months, 3.9 for 72, and only 4.9 for 84? And listen, you get the savings and the rates, and that's not just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Dom, we are hosting our annual Trunk Retreat on October 23rd from 5:30 to 7:30 right here on the hill with our friends from Premier Nissan. So creep on in and join us. With DJ Ray, Hut Chef will be here with some ghoulish grub, and High Gear Coffee will have some coffee and treats. So bring the kids out and stop on in. The Pumpkin King knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives, must finance with Ford Motor Credit, not all buyers will qualify. Sale ends October 31st.
Kick returns continue to be an episode of NFL Football Follies tonight as two Mustangs ran into one another there, Tony, on the kick return. Ball came loose, but the Mustangs were able to pick it up. And, boy, they have had a lot of issues here on these kick returns here in the second quarter.
Well, right there. You're right. Two guys going for it. Nobody called each other off. And
no, luckily everybody's all right. Yeah, luckily everybody's all right, too. But that did not look pretty.
It's like outfielders going after the ball at the same time.
And somebody needs to take charge in that situation. So now, with 26 seconds left before halftime, it's 34-0. So you won't have a continuous clock as of now to start the second half as Easton Van Meter gets this carry and takes it back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. That'll likely be the final play of this second quarter. The Mustangs will get the football to start the third quarter. But a 34-point second quarter here for the Trinity Hillers as Trinity in full control of this game on their way to earning at least a share of their first conference title since 1986. And they'll let the clock run down, and that'll do it. So they played a half of football here at Mustang Field at Laurel Highlands High School with the Trinity Hillers leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 34-0. Now stay tuned for a halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next year on WMBS, the Tribune Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Once again, are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Nutrena products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.mcclurewolfcpas.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountant.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Halftime here, Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School. A 34-point second quarter has the Trinity Hillers up 34-0 over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Got our halftime show brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Tony, is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, now located in the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 near the Fayette County Fairgrounds. Tony?
All right, Brian, thank you much. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs in that first half, passing-wise, Gabe Senefani was 4 for 11 for 45 yards. Started out 4 for 5 and actually threw the last 6 passes incomplete. His targets tonight, Josh Reed had 1 catch for 9. Scotty McClay, 2 catches for 11. And Brady Beener had 1 catch for 25. On the rushing end, not much for the Mustangs. Senefani, 1 carry -4. Marion Jones had 4 carries for 9 yards. Easton Van Meter had 3 carries for 2 yards. Josh Reed, 3 carries for 4 yards. And Jacob Johnson had 1 carry for 1 yard. The Mustangs, 23 offensive plays in that first half. They had 12 yards rushing, 45 yards passing, only 57 yards of total offense. 2 penalties for 13 yards. They had 2 first downs, and they had 1 turnover on the fumble early in the first quarter. On the other side for the Trinity Hillers, offensively, Jonah Williamson, 8 for 14 passing, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. His targets tonight, Owen Samagala had 1 catch for 19. Chase Kostelnik, 2 catches for 78 yards, including a 69-yard touchdown pass. Braden Badar had 3 catches for 23 yards and a 1-yard touchdown pass. And Daniel Glass, 2 catches for 9 yards. Rushing-wise, only 2 guys carrying the ball for the Hillers. Jonah Williamson, 7 carries for 20 yards, and Owen Gardner going over the 100-yard mark in that first half. 11 carries for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 from 1 yard out and 1 from 49 yards out. The Hillers ran 32 offensive plays in that first half. Extremely balanced. 132 yards rushing, 129 yards passing, 261 yards of total offense. They had 3 penalties for 15 yards, 10 first downs, and no turnovers in that first half.
So the Trinity Hillers 34 points in the second quarter lead. Laurel Highlands 34-0 here at the break. We'll take a look at some scores from around the WPIAL and your first half scoring summary in just a moment.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowellsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4-HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service. Ted Sova and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova and Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Sova. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Sova proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Sova is proud to support local high school sports.
It's Truck Month at Thurby's Riverside Ford. We've got the deals and the inventory. Get a new 2025 Ford F-150 4x4 with 3.9% financing for 72 months, plus $2,250 in factory incentives. How about a new 2025 Super Duty with $3,500 in factory rebates or 3.9% financing for 60 months? Oh, it's Truck Month for sure. And it's SUV season here as well. All new 2025 Ford Explorers come with 3.9% financing and a $1,500 factory rebate. Let's talk about the new 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend all-wheel drive. Lease for $399 per month for 36 months and 10,500 miles per year. Ford financing required, tax and license extra, first payment due on lease, no security deposit required. Offer ends October 31st, 2025. Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School halftime. The Trinity Hillers a 34-0 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the sports medicine team at the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. Of course, we also have video coverage tonight as Connellsville takes on Uniontown. Connellsville at halftime a 28-6 lead in the battle for the old coal bucket over the Uniontown Red Raiders. All four Cherry and Mad Sieg in the first half, 35-0 over Shenango at halftime. Amani Christian a 21-0 lead over Burrell at the break. North Hills up 17-6 over Penn Hills at halftime. Upper St. Clair and Moon scoreless at halftime. Thomas Jefferson and Chartiers Valley, a big matchup in the Big Six for second place in the conference. Thomas Jefferson leading Chartiers Valley 17-0 at halftime. Cannon Max doubled up Norwood at 14-7. After an early scare that's Beth Center go up 3-0 over California. The Trojans with 16 unanswered, trying to stay perfect in the Tri-County South. So it's California 16, Beth Center 3 at halftime. And here's maybe a bit of a surprise, maybe not by who's leading, but at least by the margin. Elizabeth Forward up 26-0 over Southmoreland at halftime. So the Scotties who came in at 8-0, the Warriors at 7-1. It's the Warriors a 26-point halftime lead. Jefferson Morgan rebounding from their loss last week against Bentworth, up 33-0 over Avella at halftime. Newcastle up 28-7 over a Mustang opponent from earlier on this season, Ambridge. Again, Newcastle 28, Ambridge 7 at the break. South Allegheny up 49-6 over Stowe Rocks. West Mifflin a 21-3 lead over Knock. Greensburg-Salem leading Yock 28-7. Another Big Six conference matchup with Bell Vernon up 23-6 over Ringgold. So if that score holds, the Leopards' outside playoff chances will remain, and they'll have to knock off Trinity next week to have an opportunity to get into the WPIAL playoffs. Derry leading Mount Pleasant 19-0. It's Jeanette 27 and Springdale 8. Gateway up 27-14 over Greater Latrobe. Mount Lebanon a 14-0 lead over Hempfield. And Penn Trafford a 7-0 lead over Armstrong. We tried, could not find any scores of the Fraser-Greensburg Central Catholic game. Also, we did not find a score of the Albert Gallatin-Brownsville game tonight either, but certainly the Colonials big favorites there. And if they pick up a win over Brownsville, it gets a 9-0 on the season, setting up an opportunity to go to 10-0 on the year next week, taking on Weir, West Virginia. We'll have video coverage of that game next Friday along with Laurel Highlands at Thomas Jefferson. Here tonight, Laurel Highlands put up a good fight in the first quarter. In fact, the Mustangs and the Hillers were scoreless after one, but Trinity erupting with 34 second quarter points. Owen Gardner got the second quarter started in a hurry with a 49-yard touchdown run coming at the 11:36 mark of the second quarter. Point after touchdown failed. It was 6-0 Hillers. Jonah Williamson then a 69-yard touchdown pass to Chase Kostelnik. Evan Slagle adding the extra point at the 9:15 mark of the second quarter was 13-0 Hillers. And the route continued. Williamson, a 1-yard touchdown pass to Braden Berdar. That at the 4:14 mark of the second quarter. Cooper Cincinnati added the extra point. It was 20-0. Then Avari Chandler, 57-yard punt return for a touchdown. That occurred at the 2:21 mark of the second quarter. Evan Slagle added that extra point to make it 27-0. And then the first half capped off with an Owen Gardner 1-yard touchdown run at the 31-second mark of the second quarter to put us where we are right now at 34-0 Mustangs over the Trinity Hillers over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Tony, I'm not sure if you're with me or not because we're not in the same room tonight, but if you are, some of your first half thoughts. And Tony is upstairs, Carl tells me, so we'll step aside for a quick break. We'll get some of the thoughts of Tony Hanul when we come back. 34-0 Trinity over Laurel Highlands, the Operata Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS, the Tribune Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located on Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more. Cares more about your world, more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get with Uniontown Allstate agent David Spade. An agent who doesn't just know what it's like to live.
I said, if Tony Hanul is with us,
Tony
will let us know his first half.
as much as you do. Call David Spade at 724-439-9700 for your free quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Your heat on the fritz? Your AC stopped working? Your pipes backed up? Did your lights go out? Well, for all your heating, air conditioning, electric, and plumbing emergencies, CHIPS Residential Services is here for you. Located right in Uniontown and offering 24-hour emergency service, let the experts at CHIPS help you through all your emergency needs, as well as installation and regular service. Call 724-366-8046 to get the help you need today. Your hometown team of technicians, CHIPS Residential Services.
Hey, y'all. John Marietta, the Hillbilly here. Mark your calendars on Saturday, October 25th. The historic State Theater will shake the sound of Freedom Rock Fayette, featuring country music legend Lee Greenwood, performing his timeless anthem, God Bless the USA, along with national star Ira Dean, Uptrick Pony, One Night Only, live music, patriotism, and community pride, all under one roof. Tickets are going fast. Grab yours now at PACommunityEvents.com or at the State Theater box office. God bless y'all.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Brian Morozak, Tony Anilla back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustang band finishing up, and all Trinity in the second quarter going up 34-0 over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs playing some classic songs with their band, from Superman, Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, and Star Wars. What's your favorite flick out of those, Tony?
Jaws.
Jaws, yes.
Yep.
On the beach.
Well, it depends on which Superman one
I
you
like
want
the
to pick.
old Supermans back in the day.
You mean the Christopher Reeves?
Yes, Christopher Reeves ones.
Well, those are good ones.
They've had a couple newer ones I haven't been as fond of. I was never into Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, or Star Wars. Jaws was okay, but
I've seen pretty much all the Indiana Jones. I can't say I saw a whole lot of Star Wars. I ain't a dinosaur guy, so Jurassic Park's out for me.
I hear you. Your thoughts on the first half? Mustangs got off to a nice start, held Trinity scoreless after one, but that second quarter certainly tough.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. You almost saw where, like, the Mustangs, once they got down, it's almost like they kind of changed the way they played. And I mean, for that first quarter, they looked really good against Trinity. They kind of bent but didn't break, and they looked good offensively. But then once you had Gardner run that 49-yarder in for the touchdown, things kind of changed, and it really took the momentum out of the Mustangs. And after that, a couple big plays, and you can kind of see the wind came out of their sails a little bit.
Tony, a lot of folks checking in, telling us you were a lifeguard back in the day, and that's maybe why Jaws was your favorite.
Well, put it to you this way.
Is that true, first off? Were you a lifeguard?
Yes, that is true,
Okay.
but that was a long time ago, I can tell you that.
And Nick Barczyk chimes in from our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studio saying Jaws is also his favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
So there you go.
Who mentioned I'm a lifeguard? That's, wow. That
People remember, Tony. People remember.
Yeah, well, put it to you this way. If I did it now, I'd have to wear one of those Popeye swimsuits that have the tank tops already built in, because I couldn't wear what I used to wear way back when. That's all I could tell you.
You're saying it's a scary sight these days, huh?
This does not see the sunlight, I can tell you that. or I don't want anybody to have to gouge your eyes out either.
You're down at Myrtle last couple of days. You didn't take a little dip in the ocean out there?
No, the only sand I touched was in the bunkers.
No, I got you.
No, it never touched. I've been going down now for about 4 or 5 years with those guys, and have never touched the beach. Just the bunkers on the sand on the golf courses.
There's plenty of sand for you.
Yep, I'll give my buddies. I'll give them a shout out though. We had a great time. It was myself, Herc Reagan, Ricky Ezzy, Mark Nebraski, and Moose McDowell, and we had a good time. Saw 6 inches of rain between Friday night and Sunday, and everything was pretty much flooded. Did a lot of walking, but had a great time. Had a couple adult sports drinks here and there, but
that's hard to believe.
Yeah, I know. There's not much you can do when it's raining out like that, and you're on a golf trip. So,
yeah. 34-0, Trinity over Laurel Highlands. Step aside for a 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Sarah Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,940.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415
855-9183.
Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School, ready to start the second quarter. Mustangs will the football first to start this third quarter, but Tony's still in quite a hole.
Yeah, in a huge hole. And really, the offense looked good in that first quarter, but after that, just kind of, basically flamed out. And defense was struggling in that second quarter too. But hopefully they can put some points on the board here and try to get back into this game. But it's going to be a tough uphill to climb.
Yeah, again, this game, if you're just joining us, scoreless after one quarter of play. Trinity erupting with 34 points in the second quarter. And if they get another score on the board here to make it 35-0 or more, then we'll have a continuous clock the rest of the way. And the Mustangs have seen 6 straight games go that way. They're trying to avoid having it 7 games in a row. Again, next week they'll wrap up the season at Thomas Jefferson taking on the Jaguars. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Trinity, good game next week on the road at Bell Vernon taking on the Leopards. Hiller's trying to go perfect in the Big 6 conference. And we'll also have on WMBS on the video side next week, Weir, West Virginia at Albert Gallatin. The Colonials beat Brownsville tonight. An opportunity to go to 10-0 on the season next week. Short kick goes to Easton Van Meter here at the 20. And a little bus rumbling across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will start 1st and 10. Van Meter's going to be a good player here, Tony, in a couple of years. He was actually out for senior night tonight for his brother Cam, who unfortunately is one of the walking wounded for the Mustangs out tonight with a knee injury.
Yeah, it's interesting, Brian. You gave, you have the coach give you the roster and how many people are out. I mean, there's a lot of lines and a lot of notes here. Concussion, knee, shoulder, Achilles. I mean, we've got tons of injuries here.
Mustangs starting this drive from their own 32. Another low snap, handoff, Marion Jones. Marion Jones here on the near side. They brought him down up high. Don't think they got the face mask, but Jones able to pick up 7 up to the 39 to bring up 2nd down and 3. And Marion Jones certainly has had some good sparks this season, including a long touchdown run 2 weeks ago at Joe Montana Stadium against Ringgold.
He's played pretty good defense so far here tonight as well and done a nice job and really running hard, but just can't muster anything together.
So 2nd and 3 from the Mustang 39. Laurel Highlands going heavy here to the left. That's the short side of the field. Another low snap coming back, and flags come in. Might have been a little motion here on the line before that snap.
Looks like the Mustangs are kind of backing up a little bit. No, we haven't seen it.
Oh, wow. That's kind of like we saw in the Ohio State-Illinois game last week when the Illinois punter was on a knee trying to pull the snap back. They ruled Senafani was on a knee as the snap came back. Again, we've seen some low snaps coming back here the last couple of weeks, including tonight. So that goes as a loss of 5 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 8. So count that play. Now 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs from their own 34. Senafani pass across the middle, incomplete. Intended for Noah Lyon, had a defender, Tyler Welsh, on his back. Pass falls incomplete to bring up 4th down.
Now, the Mustangs are going to have to punt. They surely don't want to give great field position to Trinity if they can't convert. So it's one of those things.
That's another problem, though, Tony, with some of those snaps coming back low like that. You put your quarterback in a bad position just going down trying to get the football. And You go down, you put your knee down in the high school or college game, the play's dead. High snap coming back here to the punter, Nairn. Get a lot of pressure on him, barely gets it away, and off of one hop, picking it up here is Daniel Glass, and Glass now coming near side, across midfield. And Glass trying to turn the corner, looking to take a second punt back tonight for Trinity, and it's going to be another punt return touchdown for the Hillers. Daniel Glass.
Yes, 60-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Avari Chandler brought the first punt back for Trinity on a 57-yard return. And now Glass adds one for himself to make it 40-0.
And I'll tell you what, pretty nice job of blocking down the sideline there by Trinity. Thought a couple Mustangs were going to get there, but just couldn't get past the blocks. And Glass went untouched, 60 yards.
Now we'll have our continuous clock the rest of the way as Cincinnati adds the extra point to make it 41-0. Trinity over Laurel Highlands with 10:15 left here in the third, and we're back in 60 on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for nutrient products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Mustangs having issues again with another kick return. Ball comes loose. Waiting for a signal here. It looks like the
Trinity
Hillers might have recovered, and they have. Trinity recovering the Mustang muff off the kick return.
Yeah, and that was one where just trying to run up and catch the ball, try to build up ahead of steam, but just went right through his hands, off his chest, and Trinity
went off at Jonah Coleman there.
Yeah, Trinity's going to take it over on the Mustang 30-yard line, and you're right now with a running clock.
The Mustangs, seems like they get one issue figured out one week, then something else pops up, Tony, and tonight the punt returns have been extremely rough. Makai Bauman now in the backfield is a back to the right here of the quarterback Jonah Williamson. And another handoff, this time going to Gardner, and Gardner taking it down inside the 20 to the 19. An 11-yard run for Gardner. What are his yardage totals up to here, Tony, tonight?
Now let's see. That 11-yard carry is going to take him to 12 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Good night for Owen Gardner. How often do you get 2 punt returns for touchdowns from different players? Chandler, that 57-yard punt return back in the second quarter, and then Glass, a 60-yard punt return for a TD to start the third quarter.
Well, pretty good special teams play. There's no doubt about that. A lot of good blocking downfield.
Working now for the Mustang 20. Williamson, near side. Pass complete and a minimal gain, if that, out of bounds. Marion Jones with pursuit. Reception went to Daniel Glass. They're going to rule no gain here on the play. It will be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice play there. Jones with a nice play to just push him out of bounds. Had some room to run, but no gain.
It's now 2nd and 10 from Laurel Highlands 19. And a last check, Bell Vernon up handily over Ringgold tonight, so that'll set up an extremely important game in the Big Six next week, with Bell Vernon taking on Trinity. And you also have Thomas Jefferson. They're up over Char Valley tonight, an opportunity to lock up a playoff spot, with Laurel Highlands coming to town next week, as Williamson taking that one out of bounds here in the near side. They're going to rule him out at the 12-yard line, gain of 7. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 here for Trinity. Go back and look at some of the history. Of course, the Mustangs had back-to-back years where they found themselves in the WPIAL quarterfinals of the playoffs, then went 2-8 the first year post Ronnie Gallagher and Keandre Shields. Improved that to 4-5 last year, but looking at another 2-win season here in 2025.
Yeah, and we said just a lot of injuries, and when we saw them the first two games, we thought, okay, here we go.
Williamson passed down to Sampo Gala inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line for another first down. Needed 3, got 8. It'll be first and goal. Second reception of the game for Semigallo.
Semigallo now 2 catches, 27 yards.
First and goal now from the 4. Gardner to the left of Williamson in the backfield. Now they'll split them out here to the near side. Williamson has some time. Still rolling to the far side. Nothing there. Comes back to the near side. And Williamson now with her on the run, man wide open near corner of the end zone for a touchdown going to Owen Gardner. And for Gardner, his 3rd score of the night, first receiving touchdown, increases the Hillers' lead now to 47-0.
And a little 4-yard pass. And
Williamson had a day and a half, Tony, to release that one.
Well, you got to give him credit. I mean, really, he created a lot of that on his own. He was being chased down, but he got a great block there. Not sure who gave it, but just sprung him and actually gave him a little more time to find Gardner wide open in the end zone.
This extra point up on the way and good for Evan Slagle. So it's 6:10 left here in the third quarter, 48-0 now. Trinity over Laurel Highlands. We're back in 60 on the C.R. Bronner Group High School Sports Night.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Mustangs again have issues here on the kick return as Easton Van Meter let it bounce in front of him, and then he had a jump on it. And somebody has to tell these kids, Tony, on these kick returns, somebody has to catch the football.
Well, they got to catch it. They got to realize, too, it's a live ball.
Yes.
So the Mustangs now going to put it in play here.
It just hasn't been one player back there. It's been like the entire kick return team tonight.
Yeah, no, you are correct.
Seems like it's been struggling.
No, you're correct there.
Fumbled the last kickoff return, and Van Meter lucky to get back on that one. 5:21 left here in the third. Van Meter will get this carry up the middle. Try to carry the Powell with him.
Did a pretty good job.
The 25 up to the 26-yard line. Gain of 4 to bring up second down and 6. You would think of this juncture of the game, just looking out there, it looks like we have seen some Trinity subs now here in the third quarter. We'll start to see some different players rotated in and out.
Tell you what, they got a lot of guys on the bench, that's for sure. Pretty big roster for the Hillers.
It has to be quite an accomplishment for this program. Again, no matter what happens next week, the Hillers win here today clinches at least a share of their first conference title since '86, 39 years ago. Senafani looking downfield now, just throws it out of bounds. Jonah Coleman, the closest Mustang in the vicinity. It'll be third down and 7 with 4:30 left here in the third quarter.
That last drive took 5 plays, 30 yards, and took 3:30 off a running clock for the Hillers to take it to 48-0.
Mentioned earlier, Tony, both the Mustang soccer teams in the playoffs this year. Boys at Moon tomorrow, girls at Fox Chapel Monday. Laurel Highlands volleyball team also in the playoffs. So best of luck to the Mustangs, both with volleyball coming up next week and both the soccer matches tomorrow and Monday. Senafani here out of the shotgun. Another low snap coming back. Is going to fall on it here on 3rd and 7. And again, that issue still has not been cleaned up. The Mustangs have rotated centers throughout the year and actually lost a freshman, Aiden Geetap, to a concussion, who was the starting center last week.
Yeah, it's just, hate to say it, when it rains, it pours.
Yes.
That's kind of what's happening right now to the Mustangs.
So Nairn back on to punt this one away. He'll be one of the stars of the Mustang soccer team tomorrow. A busy weekend for him, and a line drive kick on the far side, and now just taking a knee. Good sportsmanship there from Daniel Glass. So Trinity will start this drive from their own 46. 3:05 left on a running clock here in the third. Hillers up 48-0. We're back in 30 here on the C. Operato Group High School Sports Tonight.
This is Patrick Mahoney, your candidate for South Union Township's supervisor. My opponent says don't fix what's not broken, but truthfully, I believe there's a lot to fix. I pledge to be a full-time supervisor with no distractions coming from conflicting external business interests. Additionally, I will also keep taxes and fees as low as possible, and I plan to work very hard to attract and support businesses in our township. Lastly, I will make sure our parks and green spaces are updated equally for us all to enjoy. Voting should be a way to make a better choice, and that choice is me, Patrick Mahoney.
Paid for by friends of Patrick Mahoney.
Now we see some substitutions here on the Trinity side. Jake Schrader, the new quarterback, the 5'10", 163-pound sophomore. And no gain for the Hillers there on that first down play.
I'm not sure who actually got that run.
I'm going to say it was Tyler Welsh.
Okay.
Number 6, 5'8", 173-pound junior. This is the time of the game, Tony. We're keeping stats as well. It's going to keep you busy with all these new players rotated in and out.
This is when my job really gets hard, I got to tell you.
We got a protector back to each side of Schrader here in the backfield. A 3 wide receiver, 2nd and 10 from the Trinity 46. Screen near side complete. That's going to Kostelnik. He'll take it up close to the midfield stripe, picking up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Check that, 3rd and 6. And for Laurel Highlands, Tony, look at the players they dressed tonight. Really don't have too many options, even sub guys in as far as healthy bodies.
No, they really don't, and that's the thing, Brian. You're out there a long time.
How rough does it have to be to play these JV games, I would think, as well on Saturdays? Just knowing the few bodies you have available on Friday nights as well with all of the injuries, as that handoff goes to Makai Bauman. Bauman actually seen some time at quarterback during his Trinity career, backing up Williamson. Actually saw more time last year at the quarterback position than this year, but nonetheless, a run there to bring up a 4th down and 2 with the Laurel Highlands 46.
Well, again, we can see how deep this team really is.
Trinity is not punted in this game, and they're not going to punt here either on a 4th and 2. On the Mustang 46-yard line. Inside run going there to Bauman, and Bauman bounces out on the far side inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, and Bauman taking it down to the 15-yard line for a gain of 31 on the play.
31-yard gain for him, and another first down. It's actually the 12th first down of the game for the Hillers.
Had some nice time control drives back in the first half. More quick strike drives here in the third quarter. And it's 48-0 after 3. Trinity over Laurel Highlands, back with a 4th and 6 here on the C. Operato Group High School Sports Tonight.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service. Ted Sova and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova and Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Sova. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Sova proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Sova is proud to support local high school sports.
Back here, start of the fourth quarter, 48-0 Trinity over Laurel Highlands. And Jason Taylor tells me, we were asking Tony, how does Laurel Highlands possibly play a JV game with being this short on players right now? Well, they canceled their JV game with Trinity tomorrow. And the Hillers here, start of the fourth quarter, pitch to Bauman here on the near side. Bauman getting down inside the 10 and thrown out of bounds by Marion Jones. Pickup of 6 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Bauman, pretty nice looking running back, too.
He's had a nice career, senior, 5'11", 185 pounds. Been a nice role player. Again, we mentioned he's seen some time at quarterback. He's one of those guys that say, hey, coach, where do you need me to play? I'm there for you.
That's exactly right. Just a team player and hoping to pick up a conference championship here next week.
And again, Dan Canals just in his 4th year as the head coach of Trinity, and what a fantastic job he has done just to take this program to another level, as Samagala on that run, taking it down to the 8, about a yard short of the first down, bring up 3rd down and 1.
Nice little play there. Samagala picked up, what, about 3?
Yep. 3rd and 2. They have Schreier back in at quarterback. Bauman to his right, another protector back off to his left. As he takes the snap, it'll go to Bauman right up the middle. Needed 2, Tony. They only got about 1. Bring up 4th down.
Good stop there by the Mustang defense.
And next week we'll head to Jefferson Hills, Thomas Jefferson High School, wrap up the Mustang regular season. 6 o'clock Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff. And we'll have Albert Gallatin on as well. Colonials, assuming they knocked off Brownsville tonight. They're heavy favorites going into that game. Have an opportunity to get to 10-0 on the season as they'll welcome in Weir, West Virginia.
Yeah,
So now 4th and a short, 2 long, 1, however you want to call it here. Bauman to the left to Schreier in the backfield. Snap goes back to Schreier. Late pitch behind Bauman. Ball comes loose on the field. It's still a little hot potato for it. And Trinity's going to find it, but the Mustangs never had possession, but they'll still be short of the line to gain. So the Mustangs will take over on downs, but kind of a wild sequence there, Tim.
That was a wild sequence, actually. The Mustangs were trying to scoop and score rather than just fall on it, but it was 4th down any way you look at it. They were going to get the ball back, but yeah, a couple of Mustangs trying to pick it up and just couldn't grab it.
So the Mustangs will get the football back. 9:23 left here in the 4th quarter. And they'll start this drive from their own 16-yard line. And this drive starting from the 16 for the Mustangs. And Laurel Highlands with Brady Beener back in there. Beener, a senior for the Mustangs. To the left of Senafani. He'll get it here on the screen. And Beener cutting up the field. Beener across the 25 up to the 27-yard line. And needed 10, got 11 for a Mustang first down.
Yeah, and it's a shame that he was hurt early in the year, because I'll tell you what, he looks pretty good out there.
And taking advantage of the opportunities that he's gotten in this game. He lost the folks on the radio side. We'll rejoin the radio end here in just a moment. Trinity 48, Laurel Highlands nothing, 8:20 left here in regulation. Senafani back out of the shotgun, 5 wide receivers. Nelson Beener back in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And Beener able to take it close to another Mustang first down. Needed 10, got 9 that time. Up to the 36.
Yeah, nice run there. And actually, that was the first completion for Senafani after going 9 straight incomplete when Beener catches that 11-yard pass.
And certainly Senafani has had really been thrown into a tough situation this season. Noah Lyon goes down, second game of the year against Ambridge. And the freshman actually looked pretty good in his debut as the Mustangs won there 12-7, but then facing a lot tougher competition. It's been a long road to hoe here as Senafani thrown into the fire with an inside handoff here on 2nd and short, going to Van Meter. And I think he has enough there, Tony, for a first down.
It's going to be extremely close. Haven't seen them move the chains yet, but they are. So Van Meter with a 1-yard carry, and the Mustangs pick up a first down.
Again, during our post-game show coming up, final stats courtesy of Farmana Pharmacy. Our super play of the game brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Always one of my favorite segments. Then the Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel going up until 11 o'clock tonight. Inside run, I think that's Marion Jones back in there. This will just go back to the line of scrimmage for no gain to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I think.
No, check those. Jacob Johnson.
Johnson, yes.
So 2nd and 10. So Trinity with the win. Remember, they entered conference play with a 1-4 non-conference record. They'll improve to 5-4 overall and 4-0 in the Big Six. Mustangs will drop to 2-7 overall and 0-4 in conference play. Their losing streak now will hit 7 in a row.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, Senafani back out of the shotgun. Easton Van Meter getting this carry up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles, and Van Meter spinning forward, getting 9 maybe.
He's going to be close.
He gave him a pretty good spot there.
Yes, they did.
They're going to move the
sticks.
They
are. Yep.
They give Van Meter the first down on that run. Clock continues to roll with 5:45 left in regulation. Hiller's up 48-0.
Got a good spot, but actually I thought he was extremely close there as well. So first down for the Mustangs. 3 quick first downs on this drive.
If Senafani back out of the shotgun, Van Meter stays in there to his left. 4 receivers in the game as Van Meter with the football again up the middle. Gets into Trinity territory, picking up 4 down to the Hillers 49. Tony, I understand a big day for you tomorrow and an early start. You're going to be emceeing a big event in Westmoreland County tomorrow. Tell us about it.
Well, I've actually been asked by Dr. Michael Swerk, who's a cardiothoracic surgeon at Independence Health, and this is actually the 3rd year for the lung cancer walk that they have, and it's at the Excella Square at Latrobe, and he's asked me for 3 years to do it, and I've done it 3 years, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Expecting a pretty good big crowd, probably about 200 to 300 people walking it.
Low snap coming back. Senafani just jumps on it back of the 43, loss of 6. Of course, they asked for the biggest media personality they can find, and they got one of the biggest in Tony Hanula.
Well, I don't know about. I mean, biggest I can understand, yes. Size-wise, well, no, I do, because I'm not the rest of the celebrity end of it. I don't think it gets that big. So.
I've seen some of the photos there. You with your WNBS hat. We appreciate the support too.
You know, got to support the cause, baby.
3rd and 14, 4:05 left in regulation. Van Meter, another run up the middle into Trinity territory, back to the Hillers 49, pickup of 8. It'll be 4th down. You have to think the offense will stay on the field here with a 4th and 6 upcoming. Down 48-0.
Yeah, like I tell everybody, Brian, voice for TV, face for radio.
Yes. You do a fantastic job. I told Carl, I was looking back at some of these old video shots. We did some of these Fayette TV simulcasts, some of the stand-ups we used to do, and I was talking to Billy Dice and Carl the other day. I think we need to bring them back to the old memories there with like Soup and Mike Sackley and some of those guys.
Yeah.
Miss those old-time memories. Pitch going here to Van Meter, just gets absolutely destroyed by Elon Yancic. And Trinity will get the football back up. 48-0 over Laurel Highlands. 3:09 left in regulation. Change of possession. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout here on WNBS.
McClure & Wolf, certified public accountants. Your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926 is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.mcclurewolfcpas.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, certified public accountants.
On the change of possession, Trinity with the football back and a run there from Yancic with a big hit defensively. Comes back with a nice offensive run for another Trinity first down. Gain of 13 on the play. And Tony, also have to ask, of course, you're a big Penn Stater, and you're a huge James Franklin guy. What did you think about his release this past week?
I think the Nittany Lion faithful are rejoicing right about now, so I know I'm not broken up about it.
1st and 10, they actually spotted that at the 33. New quarterback in there, Sam O'Galla playing quarterback with a pass on the near sidelines down to the 25-yard line. That one complete, going to Jameer Johnson, 23. Just the 4th reception of the year for the sophomore Johnson. Will go as a gain of 7 and bring up 2nd down and 3 with 1:35 left in regulation.
You got Samagala playing a lot of spots here, isn't he?
And kind of like Bauman, moving him around. Now 2nd and 3, high snap coming back and falling on it. And Samagala back at the 42. And, Tony, I understand that you actually contributed to the buyout of Franklin. Is that correct? That's what folks are saying on our online stream.
I'm not so sure about that, I could tell you. But, that was when you lose like that, I mean, it was just tough.
Yeah, I agree.
The bad thing is, though, you're gonna end up losing a lot of recruits and everything. But, I've heard a couple rumors of a couple other guys that are being interviewed and talked about, which are kind of interesting. I mean, with Pat Fitzgerald, and you look at Mike Rule and things like that. So it's I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Trinity will take a knee here. That might be the final play. Would you bring O'Brien back?
I'd love to see O'Brien back.
He's struggling a little bit up at Boston College right now. So how about the Trinity Hillers? It's taken 39 years, but the Hillers will earn at least a share of a conference title for the first time since 1986. Your final score from Mustang Field tonight, Trinity 48 and Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS, the Trib High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100. Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands High School, another tough night for the homestanding Mustangs, falling 48-0 to the Trinity Hillers. Tony has your final stats. They're brought to you by Farmata Pharmacy, now located on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds in the former Health First Medical Center building. Tony?
All right, thanks, Brian. Let me just do some quick ciphering here.
Well, if you want, Tony, I can do the
go ahead. You go ahead.
Score recap here, and then the First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game. We'll just do that.
Yep.
So the scoring started, a Owen Gardner 49-yard run, opening play of the second quarter for Trinity after a scoreless first quarter, which put the Hillers on top 6-0 after the extra point failed. And Nick tells me the next touchdown is going to be our First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game. Jonah Williamson, 69-yard touchdown pass to Chase Kostelnik.
Williamson takes the snap, play fake. He's looking deep down the middle, man wide open on the run. Chase Kostelnik. Kostelnik inside the 20, inside the 10, outruns the Mustangs into the end zone for a 69-yard reception from Jonah Williamson as the Hillers go up 2 scores. It's 12-0 Trinity.
And we certainly had a number of plays to choose from tonight for our First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game. That one, Williamson to Kostelnik, the 69-yarder after the extra point from Slagle, made it 13-0. Williamson scored on a 1-yard touchdown pass to Braden Berdar to make it 20-0. Then at the 4:14 mark of the second quarter, Trinity rotated kickers throughout the night. It was Cooper Cincinnati who added that extra point. And then the first of 2 punt returns for touchdowns for Trinity tonight. Avari Chandler, 57-yard punt return for a touchdown, occurred at the 2:21 mark of the second quarter. And at that point, it was 27-0, and Nick tells me he has this replay as well.
Coming after him here, but they're able to get it away. And from the 43, Trinity on the run back here with Chandler, and Chandler with a little convoy down the near side of Ari Chandler with a stiff arm at the 5, and he got in. He just pushed down Mark Reed at the 5-yard line, able to house it there, Tony, on the punt return of Ari Chandler.
That was one of the best stiff arms, Tony, I've seen in quite some time.
That was NFL-like right there. He just threw Reed off without a problem, like a gnat.
Yes. So that point, it was 27-0. Owen Gardner, a 1-yard touchdown run, made it 34-0. And we're still in the second quarter. That was with 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And that was your halftime score. And then Trinity, well, you had 1 punt return from Avari Chandler. How about another one, this time from Daniel Glass? A 60-yard punt return for a touchdown occurred at the 10:15 mark of the third quarter. Cincinnati added the extra point. It was 41-0, and they capped off the scoring. Williamson to Gardner, a 4-yard touchdown pass. Gardner 3 touchdowns in this game. That 1 touchdown reception, those 2 touchdown runs of 49 and 1 yard. So a big night for Owen Gardner. Trinity at least a share of the Big Six Conference title as they improve to 4-0 in conference play, 5-4 overall. Laurel Highlands, their 7th straight loss, 0-4 in the conference, 2-7 overall. And now I think Tony's set for our final stats, brought to you by Farmata Pharmacy. Now located on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville and the Health First Medical Center near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
All right, Brian, thank you much. Let's look at the Trinity stats. Offensively, Jonah Williamson was 11 for 17 passing, 141 yards. 3 touchdowns. One of those touchdowns went to Jace Kostelnik from 69 yards. Braden Bedard had one from 1 yard, and Owen Gardner had the other touchdown catch from 4 yards. As mentioned, like I said, Williamson, 11 for 17, 141 and 3 touchdowns. Jake Schreier had 1 completion and 1 attempt for 4 yards. Owen Samagala had 1 completion and 1 attempt for 5 yards. Receiving-wise, Jameer Johnson had 1 catch for 5 yards. Owen Samagala had 2 catches for 27 yards. Chase Kostelnik, 3 catches for 82 yards, and as we mentioned, that 69-yard touchdown completion. Braden Bedard had 3 catches for 21 yards and a touchdown reception. Daniel Glass, 3 catches for 9 yards, and Owen Gardner, 1 catch from 4 yards out for a touchdown. On the rushing end, Williamson, 8 carries for 27 yards. Tyler Welsh had 1 carry for no gain. Mekhi Bauman had 4 carries for 41 yards. Gardner, the big guy tonight, 12 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, and as Brian mentioned, 1 from 49 yards out, 1 from 1 yard out. Owen Samagala had 1 carry for 3 yards, and Ellen Yancic had 1 carry for 11 yards. Offensively, the Hillers ran 46 offensive plays, 205 yards rushing, 150 yards passing, 355 yards of total offense, 3 penalties for 15 yards. They had 13 first downs, and they did not commit a turnover in tonight's game.
So 48-0, your final score. Trinity over Laurel Highlands. Back with a final word right after this.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Hey everybody, Friday night under the lights are back. High school football is more than a game. It's about community, teamwork, and pride. Just like our local heroes who serve our nation. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds is proud to honor our veterans with the Veteran ID program. By recording your DD-214, veterans can receive a secure photo ID and access discounts at participating local businesses. Support our student athletes. Support our veterans. Together we build a stronger Fayette County.
Back one final time from Laurel Highlands High School. Tony, I apologize. I cut you off there before you passed along the Laurel Highlands stats, but you do have those available. Again, brought to you by Farmano Pharmacy.
It's quite all right, Brian. I understand. It's been a long night.
It's been a long last 7 weeks.
Yes, it has. For the Mustangs offensively, Gabe Senefani was 5 for 14 passing for 56 yards. You had Josh Reed with 1 catch for 9, Scotty McClay 2 catches for 11, and Brady Beaner 2 catches for 36 yards. The Mustangs rushing-wise, Senefani 4 carries for -20, Marion Jones 5 carries for 16, Easton Van Meter 8 carries for 24 yards, Josh Reed 3 for 4, Jacob Johnson 2 carries for 1 yard, and Beaner 1 carry for 9. Offensively, 37 plays ran by the Mustangs, only 34 yards rushing, 56 yards passing, 90 yards of total offense, 2 penalties for 13 yards, 5 first downs, and 2 turnovers, both on fumbles.
Well, we'll wrap it up, Tony. Next week, Laurel Highlands will travel to Thomas Jefferson to take on the Jaguars. That'll do it for the 2025 high school football regular season. Another game that should be very exciting on our airwaves next week. Video coverage of Weir, West Virginia at Albert Gallatin, the Colonials. Assuming they knock down Brownsville tonight, an opportunity for a perfect regular season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. And obviously, as we said, that's something that we had not expected. But they've been playing pretty good football and scoring a lot of points, and they've got a lot of offense out there as well. So, we wish them the best and hope they actually end up undefeated. We'll see what happens if they try to get back in the WPIAL or not.
Tony, enjoyed it as always. Hopefully, if some of our folks listening on the northern end of our coverage area or online tonight can make it out to see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Why don't you tell everybody one more time where you'll be at?
I will be at the Independence Lung Cancer Walk tomorrow morning. It's the registration's at 9, and the walk starts at 9:30. It's only it's 0.7 of a mile track to walk, but raises money for lung cancer. I know they're going to have a lot of giveaways and things like that. And
where's it going to be held at exactly?
It's going to be at Excella Square at Latrobe, right off of Route 30. So if you can make it out, come on out. Like I said, like to see is going to be a lot of people, and it's a really nice event. They have a lot of people, a lot of support, and works out well. And like I said, raising money for a good cause.
Early get up for you tomorrow. That means no adult beverages for you tonight.
That would be correct.
Yes.
Plus, I had enough down south to kind of dock the Queen Mary anyway, so I'll take the night off.
Tony, enjoyed it as always, 48-0. We'll leave it on that note. Trinity over Laurel Highlands tonight. Thanks to Tony Hanola, as always. Carl Childs behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. This is Brian Morozak saying for yourselves a pleasant and good evening. Stay tuned. The Trib Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel on the way next. Trinity 48, Laurel Highlands nothing. Saw everybody from Mustang Field.
When you're paying